Welcome to the Foresters pregame show presented by Coastal Copy, and we are joined by the manager for the Foresters, Bill Pintard. Coach, coming off a rest day yesterday, do you think that will help your team reset moving forward?
Well, yeah, we're just moving forward. We're 4 games in, and so yeah, I hope a little rested. We did work though yesterday. We did have a practice, so yeah, because we get new guys rolling in, and they got to know what's going on a little bit. So we had a little practice, and we have some new players today in the lineup, as you'll see.
And Coach, could you talk about some of those new players that we'll see here this afternoon?
Yeah, you're going to see Nolan Sousa. He's a young man from Hawaii. And he's from Hawaii, and he goes to Arkansas, and he saw a lot of time for Arkansas. Plays second base, third base. He's a big guy. He's a 6'4" second baseman. So we're going to be 6'4" up the middle of the day. And then we've got a couple pitchers. Ty. Did you
Baker?
get the? Huh?
Ty Baker.
Ty Baker, and we also have Reed Hensley. Probably won't see Reed today, but we'll see Reed tomorrow. I think that's it. You're going to see Sousa in the lineup for sure, though, today. And then you're going to also have a new pitcher. We're going to have Cody Howard start a game for us. Cody hasn't been here. He got here a couple days ago, so it's kind of a deal. You show up, we throw you right on in there right away. So we'll see what those guys give us, but we just hope to get the bats going a little bit. We haven't hit like we know we can hit, so it'll come. I think a couple of them are pressing because they're here and they don't need to impress us because we're already impressed with their baseball ability, that they can play the game, and there's no reason to stress. They just need to relax and play the game the way they can.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, appreciate your time. Play well this afternoon.
Okay. Well, thanks, Hunter. You have a good game.
Thank you.
How are you doing? Are you getting into this?
We're finding the rhythm. Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fans, if you have any comments about Hunter's, send us an email to info@SB Foresters, and we'll critique them. Anyway, Hunter, you have a good game today.
Thanks, Coach.
Sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on. Thanks to Tom Rizek at Coastal Copy.
First pitch coming up right after this. Welcome back to Santa Barbara, California. Today, the Forsters will once again welcome the SLO Blues in another CCL matchup. Hello, I'm Hunter Shoemaker alongside Aiden O'Neill, welcoming you to Eddie Matthews Field on the campus of Santa Barbara High School. Well, Aiden, both these teams have met twice. The Forsters have won 2-0, and the Blues, last time they met, also, they won 2-0.
Yeah, Hunter, both games have been characterized by the pitching. We continue to hit on it every time out, and both these teams have been evenly matched in both contests. One key for the Forsters today, can you awake the bats? It feels like they're waiting for one statement victory to truly turn this season around. Kind of untraditional so far. Used to dominating from the get-go, 2-2 at the beginning of the season, getting new bats into the lineup, looking for a statement win today.
You say the Forsters are 2-2. Currently, the SLO Blues are 2-1. We'll also see a debut of a new pitcher today, Aiden, for the Sturs. Cody Howard, the man who plays for Texas, the right-hander, gets the nod this afternoon.
Yeah, and Cody Howard, he struggled a little bit in 2024. A 10.3 ERA at Texas. Walks, more walks than strikeouts. Today, how can you hone in on the command? That's what summer ball's for. Try to right those pass wrongs and get back on track.
And it's a fantastic day here in Santa Barbara. Sunny and 75 degrees as we take a look at the SLO starting lineup. Out in center field to bat first will be Ethan Royal. To bat second, at second base, Braden Jeffries. To bat third, out in left, Jordan Lewis. Batting cleanup in right field, Jariah Lewis. To bat fifth, the third baseman, Braden Mondu. Batting sixth at first base, Brendan Comerford. To bat seventh and doing the catching, Owen Estabrook in the 8-hole and serving as a DH, Gio Blanchette. And round out the order for the SLO Blues, Sam Ardois. Both these teams meeting for the third time here this afternoon. And Aiden, for the Forsters, dropped their last two games, looking to bounce back. They had the rest day yesterday to kind of reset, refocus, even though they did practice. It's a big game for them here this afternoon.
Yeah, and in Conejo, the Forsters struggled with the errors. We saw that crucial one from D. Kennedy, resulted in a Little League home run. And then TJ Pompey made another one late in the game. Playing clean baseball for a full 9 innings will put them in a good spot.
And here comes Ethan Royal, the man who bats from the right side, and the center fielder, the first pitch. And that fastball misses low from Cody Howard, and we are underway here from Santa Barbara High School. Where Ethan Royal is currently 2 for 9 on the year. He's been batting out of the top spot in the order consistently. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it finds a strike zone, even up the count, 1-1.
That's a good sign for Cody Howard, working down in the strike zone and kind of coming back up, scraping those strikes at the knees. That's a recipe for success as we continue.
The right-hander comes set, the 1-1 pitch. And that fastball missing in for ball 2. And for Cody Howard, the right-hander, staying at 6'1", 200 pounds. And you mentioned the ERA early on in the year, 24 1/3 innings pitched for Howard at Texas this past season. So he winds up the 2-1 pitch to Ethan Royal. Royal chops this one to second base, and Souza is unable to get there, and that is a base hit in right field for the Blues.
Now batting for the Blues.
Good piece of hitting there from Royal. Just taking the pitch where it was placed and going the other way. And the Blues have a base runner.
Taking a look at the lineup defensively for Santa Barbara, Daniel Patterson is at third, TJ Pompey at short, Nolan Souza in his debut at second, Johnny Rodriguez at first, Ryan Taman serving as a catcher, D. Kennedy is out in left, Drew Markle in center, and Caden Peterson in right field. That's going to bring up Braden Jeffries with leadoff man aboard for the Blues. Coming set, Howard, check back to first base, and Ethan Royal.
Looks like a good move there from Howard. Royals got to stay close.
And for the Blues, not a big running team. Only 2 for 3, only 3 attempted stolen bases on the year. Still awaiting the first pitch to Jeffries, and that's down low for ball 1.
Howard in the stretch early. Obviously, you want to stay dominant in the windup, but being able to get outs under pressure would be a great start here in the first.
Royal with the leadoff knock now at first, just underway here in the top of the first inning. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and Jeffries taps it foul towards the first base dugout, or strike number 1. I'm looking at the arsenal here this afternoon for Cody Howard. Primarily 3 pitches, a fastball, a sweeper, and a changeup. I also see a cutter worked in there as well for Cody. But it's a ball and a strike to Braden Jeffries, 2-hole hitter. Another check back to first base, and they got him. Cody Howard, what a move on the mound. They get Royal sleeping off first.
And I hit on the brilliant pickoff move. It looked very good towards the beginning of that bat. Quick footwork on the mound, a perfect throw, and this time got him.
Cody Howard, fantastic move out on the bump. And Ethan Royal, who had the leadoff knock, caught sleeping off first base. So now bases clear, 1 away. Still a count 1-1 for Jeffries. Here's the pitch. And Jeffries, slow roller down the third base line. Here's Patterson. Over to first, in time, 2 down.
Now batting for the Blues, number 27, left fielder.
Always an
Jordan
amazing sign when you're
Lewis.
getting ground balls. Well-located fastball in on the hands and kind of just a jam shot to third base. This defensive infield is amazing. Souza, the new guy, didn't make an error all year. And then alongside all of these other brilliant defensive players.
Yeah, we've even seen a lot of the infielders. We've seen D. Kennedy and Drew Markle in the infield, but Bill Pintard cycling through different guys. This is going to bring up Jordan Lewis, batting out of the 3 spot. Base is clear. Here's the pitch. And it misses away, ball 1. To follow Jordan will be Jiraiya, and for Jordan Lewis on the year, currently 0 for 1. He had a pinch hit when these two teams first met on opening day. The 1-0 pitch, and the fastball missing low for ball 2. Looking at the SLO Blues, coming off of a win yesterday, I should say the last game played against the Academy Barons, a 7-1 victory. The 2-0 pitch, and that one finds a strike zone to get back into the count for Cody Howard. 2 balls and a strike.
That's a great spot on a 2-0 fastball. Needed to come in, but still located well at the knees.
Here's the pitch, and the 2-1 pitch missing high for ball 3. And to follow Jordan Lewis will be Jiraiya Lewis for the Blues. Just underway here in the top half of the first. Howard comes set, the 3-1 offering. And Lewis takes strike 2. He checks his swing.
Not sure what Lewis was looking for there. 3-1 fastball. Groove down Broadway and keeps the bat on his shoulders.
2 gone, base is clear here in the first. Payoff pitch, and Lewis down on strikes. Cody Howard picks up his first K of the summer, and he only has to face 3 batters in the first. Go to the bottom half of the first inning. The Forster bats coming up next when we return.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We head to the bottom of the first inning when we take a look at the Foresters lineup. Leading off and in right field will be Caden Peterson to bat second and at second base. Making his debut, Nolan Souza to bat third. The shortstop, TJ Pompey, batting fourth. And the DH, Jack Holman to bat fifth. The third baseman, Daniel Patterson to bat sixth. Out in center field, Drew Markle to bat seventh and at first. Johnny Rodriguez, the 8-hole hitter. Ryan Taman also serving as a catcher. And D. Kennedy out in left. And Jackson Howell will get the start on the hill for the Blues.
Yeah, Jackson Howell, Cuesta product, close to home. 5.4 ERA this year with a 1.4 whip, 29 strikeouts. Fastball sit 85 to 88. A lot slower than the Foresters have generally seen from a lot of these high major D1 guys, but pitching, if you can locate it, doesn't matter how hard you throw.
Howell making his season debut for the Blues here this afternoon. And that's going to bring up Caden Peterson, bats from the right side to lean things off. And the Foresters wearing some very nice blue tops here this afternoon.
I love them.
Look really good. And Peterson, Souza, Pompey here in the bottom of the first, no score. Here's the first pitch. And Howell sees a fastball down the middle to Caden Peterson for strike number one.
And Hunter Peterson has been amazing so far to start the season. A 375 average and kind of finding his spot at the top of this order.
Yeah, he's gone 3 for 8. First 4 games. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and this one is grounded up the middle. The shortstop moves in and gets through. That was a heck of an effort from Sam Ardois, but Caden Peterson, the lead-off knock for the Sturs, to kick off this first inning.
And now speed on the base paths for the Foresters. Peterson's got some wheels. Already has stolen 3 bases this season.
And all three of those bags were in the last game. Stole his way all the way to third in the last game against the Oaks. And that's their stolen base in the 5th inning. Last game for Caden Peterson. He has been phenomenal on the bases. That's going to bring up Nolan Souza in his debut this season for the Sturs. Man at first, nobody out. Takes the first pitch down the middle, nothing and one.
Souza, freshman All-SEC. He was the #1 prospect in his class out of Hawaii. A premier 2-hole hitter. And we talked about his defense. Hasn't made an error at Arkansas. Amazing all around.
Comes the 0-1 pitch, and Souza sees it away to even up the count, a ball and a strike. Man who hails from Honolulu, and when you look at his slash line, he's slugged over 500 in his freshman campaign at Arkansas, and he's trying to work Caden Peterson around the bases here in the bottom of the 1st. The 1-1 pitch, runner goes, but popped up and out of play by Souza for strike 2.
Great jump by Peterson. Would have stole that bag, but also an amazing pitch to hit for Souza. Just missed it.
When we look at the Foresters in terms of just their running, what Bill Pintard has elected to do in the early goings of the season, attempted 14 stolen bases on the year, and they've been successful in 9 of those 14. Compared to the Blues, they've only attempted 3 stolen bases the entire season. Nobody out. Peterson is at first. Here comes 1-2 pitch, but check back to Caden at first. Follow Nolan will be TJ Pompey. And the Sturs trying to strike first here in the 3rd matchup between them and the SLO Blues. Coming set, Jackson Howell, man from Cuesta. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And Souza swinging a miss, and he is down on strikes. First K of the day for Jackson Howell.
Really good change up there from Jackson
Now
Howell.
batting for the
Looks like a
Foresters,
fastball out of the
sponsored by
hand, and you
Rick
can tell he
Wilson.
tunnels his
Number
pitches well.
5
That
for
fastball
shortstop,
comes in at the knees, and then the
TJ
changeup
Pompey.
falls off the table at the end. Rough first at-bat for Souza, but he's also just getting things going in his first at-bat.
And this is going to bring up TJ Pompey, who has been phenomenal in his early goings of the season for the Sturs. For Pompey, this is his 3rd game, and already he is 3 for 7. Batting out of the 3rd spot for Bill Pintard. Runner goes, not even the first pitch, and the throw from the catcher, Estabrook, sliding into second base safely is Caden Peterson. So there's that stolen bag from Caden.
Phenomenal jump. Looked like he was going before Howell even committed to home plate. Great read, and now Pompey has a duck on the pond and scoring position with a chance to give the Sturs the lead.
Only a single out here in the bottom of the 1st. No score currently. This is the pitch. Fouled off in front of the 3rd base dugout for strike number 1. Count now evened up. A ball and a strike.
What's been impressive with Pompey in his first couple of games with the Foresters has been that plate discipline, looking for pitches he really wants to hit and crushing them when he gets it.
Now coming set. The man at second base. It's the 1-1 pitch. And a good off speed, but it misses away. That is ball 2. 2 balls and a strike for TJ. Jack Holman will await on deck for the Sturs. Caden Peterson is still on base in scoring position. Santa Barbara trying to strike first. They did that in their last game against the Oaks, but ended up losing 4-7. Here's the pitch. And that ball in the dirt. Great pick from Estabrook. 3-1 now.
Now a 3-1 hitters count for TJ. Can zero in on 1 pitch, 1 spot, something he loves.
Holman awaits on deck with a slight breeze blowing out towards center field here from Santa Barbara High School. Jackson Howell coming set. 3-1 pitch. Pompey lines this one over the glove of the shortstop. That is a base hit into left, and advancing to 3rd is Caden Peterson. Fantastic.
Now batting for the
That ball was
Foresters,
barreled,
sponsored
got
by
a
Pacific
fastball,
Crest.
middle.
Number 18, the
Exactly
DH,
what he was looking
Jack
for and crushed it. And
Holman.
I have Jack Holman coming up. 667 batting average, has only started 1 game, but the power is there out of the cleanup spot.
And Holman bats from the left side. He's gone 2 for 3. His first couple ABs as a Forester. Now a great opportunity for Santa Barbara to strike first. Runners on the corners. 2 knocks already here in the bottom of the 1st. Here's the pitch. And Holman sees a fastball away. Ball 1.
When you get a runner on 3rd, less than 2 outs, The message to Jack Holman is get a ball in the air. You want to stay out of the double play and ensure that you can get that run home.
It's ahead in the count. Comes the 1-0 pitch, and Holman sees it down low, ball 2, and taking a look at the slow defense, Braden Mondu will be at third, Sam Ardois at short, Braden Jeffries at second, Brendan Comerford at first, Owen Esterbrook serving as a catcher, Jordan Lewis is in left, Ethan Royal in center, and Jariah Lewis out in right for the SLO Blues. 2-0 the count for Holman. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch, and Holman sends this one over to the first base side. Comerford has it. There's one at second base, but a run will score. But no, at second base, pulled off on the throw. Runner safe at second. Holman will reach, and as a result, Caden Peterson from third comes in to score. Sturs on top 1-0.
That's a tough play for the first baseman, having to stay inside the base path and make kind of an awkward throw, especially for a righty. Pulls him off the bag, and an immediate rally for the Foresters. Looks like the Blues coach is going to go have a quick conversation about that call.
Just recapping, Brendan Comerford, the first baseman, stopped that ball from going into the outfield off the bat of Jack Holman through to second base. And on that throw, pulling Sam Ardois, the shortstop, off the bag. That's what the coaching staff coming out to talk on our bases umpires about that trailing foot coming off. And as a result, Pompey at second now, and Holman at first. Now the umpires all congregating to the right side of the mound.
This is one of those calls, too, where they're going to come together, but they're going to stick with the original because the second base umpire is right on top of that. It'd be hard to imagine that the home plate ump or the other umpire overturn that sort of call when there's one man right on top of it.
Now Bill Pintard going out to his man at first base. Jack Holman just reached. The batter will be Daniel Patterson, and the call confirmed, as you would expect, safe at second base. And TJ Pompey is there. Already a run in for the Sturs here in the bottom of the first. Looking to capitalize still, only a single out.
And Patty had that RBI double against the Conejo Oaks. It was one of the few offensive runs scored for the Foresters.
He's looking to do it again for Patterson on the year. That was his first hit. Here's the pitch, and that finds the outer half of the zone for a strike against Daniel. Currently for Patterson, 1 for 11. Bats from the right side, but he has TJ at second, Jack Holman at first. With only a single out. Here's the pitch, and Patterson sees an off-speed away, 1-1.
Beauty of Patterson has been his two-way ability, doing it on both the defensive side with amazing glove work and getting in the box and working good at bats, even though the results haven't been there just yet.
You know, after what he did at Westmont, it's just right there for Patterson. Here's the 1-1, and Daniel lines this one towards left, and that ball gets through into the outfield. A run looks to come home to score. It's going to be close to cutoff man, but sliding in safe is TJ Pompey, an RBI single for Daniel Patterson.
From our angle, it looked like a risky send from the third base coach, but Pompey with a ton of speed rounding third. And a quick 2-0 lead. We talked about it in the pregame, exactly what the Sturs needed.
And a couple RBIs here for Santa Barbara in the first inning, and these RBIs are sponsored by Gold's Gym. Gold's has 3 locations in Santa Barbara and Goleta, where the Foresters train to win. So still 2 aboard with only a single out, and this brings up Drew Markle. Jackson Howell under some pressure here in this first inning. It's a 2-run game. Here's the first pitch, and nearly some chin music to Markle. Backs away from it.
And Markle in Thousand Oaks, couple atom balls that just found gloves. His at-bats looked much better. Seems like he's starting to turn the page.
Yeah, a couple lineouts in the outfield in the last game for Drew. Here's the pitch, and Markle swinging a miss for strike number 1. So Jack Holman now at second for the Sturs. Daniel Patterson with the RBI single into left. Scores the second run of the inning for Santa Barbara. It's 2-0. Still only a single out. The only out was Nolan Souza, who struck out. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Some gamesmanship off second base. A chance at second. And they got him at second. Jack Holman was nearly halfway to third base, shimmy and shaking, but he tries to get back, but picked off for the second out.
It's bad base running there from Holman. It looked like they were trying to force a balk from Howell on the mound, but he stays composed, steps off, and makes a quick strike. That ends the rally, needing a big hit, 2-out hit from Markle.
Still a ball and a strike. And the delivery from Howell. And Markle chops it and will go foul down the third baseline for strike number 2. And it was great effort from Jackson Howell on the hill. Not to balk, stay composed, get Holman off at second base for a big second out for the Blues in this situation, looking to limit the damage that the Foresters are putting up here in the first. It's a 2-run game. Peterson and TJ Pompey have come around to score. A ball and 2 strikes. Drew Markle standing in from the right side. Howell coming set. And the 1-2 pitch. Yeah, runner goes and misses low. Going into second base is Patterson, and he is safe in at second. So a second stolen base here, Aiden, in this inning for the Sturs.
Looks like the Foresters are a lot more aggressive on the base paths. That idea of maybe manufacturing offense when the bats aren't fully alive and get in runners in scoring position using your legs.
Last pitch missed. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch. And Markle sees it away. Full count. On deck will be Johnny Rodriguez. On this very nice afternoon from Santa Barbara High School. The first true sunny games of the year for the Sturs here at home. Here comes a payoff pitch. And Markle takes strike 3. He thought he had first base, but Jackson Howell instead retires the side and picks up his second K. But the Foresters here in the first, they strike first, putting up 2 runs. We go to the second, Sturs on top 2-0 over the Blues.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the second here from Santa Barbara High School. Hard the order coming up. Jariah Lewis, Braden Mondu, Brendan Comerford, with Cody Howard remaining on the bump for the Sturs. They now have a 2-run lead. Thanks to Caden Pearson, TJ Pompey coming around to score for Santa Barbara. Here's the first pitch to Jariah Lewis. And a fastball straight down the middle. Good delivery from Howard.
Jariah Lewis appeared in 32 games and started 21 of them in 2024 for the San Jose Spartans.
As the 0-1 pitch chopped off a couple hops towards second base, there's Nolan Souza. And the throw over to first, over to Rodriguez for their first out. Jariah Lewis, he grounds out one away here in the top half of the second. That's going to bring up Braden Mondu, third baseman. Bats from the right side. He's 3 for 12 in the early goings of the season for the SLO Blues. And the Blues playing in their 4th CCL game. They've played plenty of non-league games before the start of the CCL season at home. First pitch, and Mondu checks swing. Did he go? First base umpire says he did. Strike number 1.
Did not agree with that one. Neither did the dugout on that check swing.
And for the SLO Blues on a long road trip all this week away from home. The 0-1 pitch, and Mondu's swinging a miss for strike 2. Great pitch from Cody on the bump.
Good sign from Cody, too. A lot of swing and miss.
Top half of the second's a 2-run game. Sturs on top. Base is clear with a single out. Here's the 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss again. Braden Mondu down, and the second K of the day for Cody Howard.
Now batting.
Look how he went to that cutter on the outer half with 2 strikes. Mondu knowing he needs to protect but cannot put barrel to baseball. Quick 2 outs for the Sturs.
Yeah, quickly for Howard. It's going to bring up Brendan Comerford. Bats from the right side. And the base is clear, 2 gone. The first pitch to the first baseman. Comerford sees a ball down and in for ball 1.
Mixture of big schools and smaller D1s here on the SLO Blues roster.
Howard comes set. The 1-0 pitch. And Comerford sees a ball high, 2-0.
You don't want to get in the habit of maybe losing command, especially with a 2-run lead. This is the count where you need to come in.
The catcher waits on deck, Owen Estabrook, but the 2-0 pitch. And Comerford fouls it back off the mask of Ryan Taman. He's okay, but strike number 1.
And that's why those new masks are designed to kind of retract and fall off when hit hard. Looks like Taman's okay, but caught it square in between the eyes.
Yeah, and you saw it roll off to the right side. As our home plate umpire gave him a moment to gather himself. But it was a strike on Brendan Comerford. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. And Comerford lines this one into left. D. Kennedy moves over, and that ball will fall in front of him. That's a 2-out knock for Brendan Comerford. And the second hit of the day for the SLO Blues.
A little flare on a slider that hung just a bit. And the Blues have a base runner.
It's going to bring up Owen Estabrook. Man behind the dish for the Blues. And for Santa Barbara, of course, they've got this 2-run lead now in the top half of the second, but they've lost the last 2 games. It's a great start for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, absolutely. They just need to continue that momentum. It's a 9-inning baseball game. Need to play good for the duration.
Here's the pitch, and Estabrook, big hack for strike number 1.
A little bit of a homecoming for Estabrook, too. From Santa Barbara, playing in front of fans that he's played for in high school. Must feel pretty good.
It's down the count with a man at first base. 2 gone here. Top of the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it misses high. Ball 1 for the catcher, who's currently 0 for 2 on the season. And again, when you say 0 for 2 and you look at the record for the Blues, a lot of non-league games that count towards the stats, the official CCL season. Only 3 games of stats in the official book for the Blues when you play conference games. Here's the pitch. Popped up over the first base dugout for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
And now a pitch to play with. He's had a lot of success with that slider. Throwing that down and away, starting it on the outside quarter might be the pitch of preference in this count.
Brendan Comerford is at first base for the Blues. 2 gone. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Estabrook chops it back to the mound over the head of the pitcher, but here comes a shortstop, and the throw over in time. Great play by T.J. Pompey backing up his man on the bump, and the side retired. We are going to the bottom half of the second. Sturs on top, 2-0 over the Blues.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We go to the bottom of the second from Santa Barbara. Johnny Rodriguez, Ryan Taman, and D. Kennedy due up. And they've got a 2-run lead going to the bottom half of the second. Good start for the Sturs and good stuff defensively as well.
Yeah, great play from TJ Pompey to end the top half of the second, charging the ball, high chopper over the mound, and made it look easy.
Jackson Howell remains in the bump. Here's the first pitch to Rodriguez. It is down low at 85 for ball number 1 to Rodriguez.
One thing you noticed, two Hunters, even just adding Souza and now Holman batting cleanup, it makes the 1 through 9 lineup look that much deeper. You have guys like Johnny Rodriguez who were batting 3-4 hole, now move down to 7, and it elongates that depth.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. This ball is chopped almost an identical play, but this ball is deeper into the outfield for a base hit. Almost a very similar situation that TJ Pompey charged to end the last inning, but except Johnny Rodriguez chops it into center field for a leadoff single.
Another inning where the Foresters get their leadoff runner on. Ryan Taman now will step up with a chance to do damage.
Already 4 hits on the day for the Sturs. The leadoff man aboard here is Ryan Taman, bats from the right side. Line into the double play. Johnny Rodriguez picked off of first base, trying to slide back in, so that erases the leadoff single. With Taman lined into the double play.
That's just the definition of unlucky for Johnny Rodriguez. You're taught to freeze on a line drive. He did exactly that, but an atom ball right at the second baseman results in a double play.
So quickly 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. Sturs still on top, 2-0. Here is D. Kennedy, the 9-hole hitter, with the bases clear. The pitch, Kennedy sees a slider drop in there. Misses high for ball number 1.
Kennedy has been all over the field on defense. Looking for that bat to come around.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Kennedy checks swing. And a fantastic take by D. Ball 2. 2 gone after Rodriguez had that lead-off single to kick off this inning. See if Kennedy can get aboard and turn over the lineup for Caden Peterson, who awaits on deck. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. The pitch, and this fastball misses high and in. Ball 3 for D.
Being the 9-hole hitter, this feels like a take-all-the-way situation, even if a fastball is grooved. Wanting to get a 2-out rally mounted.
Owl comes set. 3-0 pitch, and Kennedy sees ball 4. So D works a 2-out walk, and that's going to turn over the lineup for the Foresters.
Great start, and with 2 outs, it wouldn't shock me if they send D. Kennedy with how much speed he possesses.
Fantastic runner, and already the Foresters with 2 stolen bags in this ball game through an inning and 2/3. But in stands Peterson, had a single to kick off the ball game for the Sturs. And at first, 2 gone, the pitch, and Peterson lines this one into left. Jordan Lewis trying to get there, and he will. Trots over to his right and makes the squeeze. D. Kennedy had the 2-out walk, but Caden Peterson lines out into left, and the side retired. We head to the 3rd from Santa Barbara. Sturs on top, 2-0.
I'm Eric Onnen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. We head to the third from Santa Barbara. Gio Blanchette, Sam Ardois, and Ethan Royal due up for the Blues, with Cody Howard remaining on the hill for Santa Barbara. It's still a 2-run ball game. Sturs on top.
Howard's been amazing so far. 2 strikeouts. Not a ton of free passes. Just continue to attack the strike zone.
First pitch, and Blanchette sees a fastball at 91, missing down and away for ball 1. Blanchette and Ardois, the 8 and 9 hole hitters, to face Howard for the first time this afternoon. Top of the third. The 1-0 pitch, and Blanchette fouls it back for strike 1 to even up the count.
A challenge fastball there, and one thing to note at Texas, more walks than strikeouts today. 0 free passes allowed.
And struck out 2 so far, along with 2 hits for the Blues in the early goings. Here's 1-1 pitch. Blanchette lays off the fastball high at 92, 2-1.
Try to get the eyes to light up there. Fastball at the letters, but he lays off.
The leadoff man heading the count now. 2-1 pitch, and Blanchette ropes a foul in front of his third base dugout for strike 2.
Mechanically, everything seems smooth for Howard. Patient on the mound, going through his progressions. Stayed intact.
Get ready for the 2-2 pitch against the leadoff man, and Blanchette swing and a miss. He got him in his 3rd K of the day for Cody Howard. Off to a fantastic start here in Santa Barbara, and just showed up a few days ago.
That was a brilliant slider. Outside corner, late break. Strikeout number 3.
Here's Sam Ardois. Bats out of the 9 spot. He's 1 for 7 on the young season in the 3 games for the Blues. Base is clear, 1 away. Forster's still on top, 2-0. Here's the pitch. And Ardois takes for a strike. Drops in there nicely from Cody Howard. 0-1.
Another first pitch strike from Cody Howard, looking to build off of it.
Moving quick now on the hill. The 0-1 pitch. Ardois quickly down 0-2.
Seems like he's now starting to settle in, where even the secondary stuff is finding strikes.
1 away, base is clear. Howard looks into his catcher, Ryan Taman. The 0-2 pitch. Ardois stays alive, fouling it behind the plate. Do it again. Also, Aiden.
Now you got to go back to the slider now, 0-2. You saw the poor swing from Blanchette in last at-bat. Having to protect. Could throw that devastating off-speed once again.
0-2 pitch. Ardois takes strike 3. The feeder at 92 from Cody Howard, his 4th K. When you look at the strikeouts for Cody so far, 3 of them swinging, but put Ardois in stasis on that one. 2 gone in the 3rd.
Great spot there. I assume the hitter was also thinking off speed, and he freezes him at the knees with the heater. The sequencing has been on point.
Here's the first pitch to Ethan Royal. He takes a ball back at the top of the order for the Blues. Top half of the 3rd inning, Foresters on top 2-0 after they put up 2 runs in the 1st. Looking back to the pitching in the last game, it was a little bit of an off game for the Foresters, but the pitch, and it misses for ball 2 for Ethan Royal. And you look at the last game from the pitching staff, 10 free passes allowed by the Foresters, 7 walks and 3 hit batters. Howard has done fantastic in the early goings, getting off the Forester pitching staff to a great start. The 2-0 pitch now to Royal. Takes strike 1 on a fastball, 2-1.
Feels like that off day, too, Hunter, really reset and refocus this team's goal. Starting the season 2-2, then the identity might not be there yet, but
the 2-1 pitch, and an off-speed pitch finds a strike zone, even up the count 2-2.
As they continue to gel as a group, with all the talent on the team, it's only going to be up from here.
Royal already has a hit today, but the 2-2 pitch, and Royal, he gets hit. Turns away on the left shoulder. He will reach base for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, you could hear the audible thud from where we are behind home plate. Fastball gets him right in the rib cage. Fortunately, a lot of meat there, so.
Royal aboard with 2 out here in the top half of the 3rd. Santa Barbara lead 2-0 after a 2-spot to kick off this ball game in the 1st. And that's going to bring up Braden Jeffries, 0 for 1 today. Bats from the left side. And at first, 2 gone. Here's the first pitch. This ball fouled off to the left of home plate. That is strike number 1 to Jeffries.
And Royal was picked off in the first inning. So
very true.
Might take a little bit shorter of a lead this time around.
And Howard only had to face 3 batters in the first inning after Royal had a leadoff knock before getting picked off. But here's the 0-1 pitch, and Jeffries takes a ball low to even up the count, 1-1.
Good location on that changeup, but an even better take from Jeffries.
Royal still at first. See him edging a fraction back towards first base, being conscientious of it with 2 out. And a check back to him, but he slides in head first. Remains 1-1 for Braden Jeffries.
And if that throw was online from Howard, might have been pretty close once again. Was frozen for just a second, but throw was a little offline.
With 2 outs here. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Jeffries fouls it to the left of home plate. And the fencing, that is strike number 2 for the second baseman, who grounded out to third in the first. He's currently 2 for 6 on the year. And the fastballs from Cody Howard sitting low 90s here this afternoon. You have to imagine any batted balls as well, flying a little bit farther. Much warmer day here. Here's the pitch, and it's again fouled to the left of home plate. Remains a ball and 2 strikes.
A grunt there from Howard, 1-2. Trying to blow that fastball by him. But a good protection approach from Jeffries.
Royal remaining at first base after he was hit by Howard, who got 2 quick outs here in the third. Howard looking into his catcher, Ryan Taman. 1-2 pitch, and Jeffries takes strike 3, and Cody Howard, 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. He is rolling. We go to the third. Santa Barbara on top by 2.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We go to the bottom half of the third. Nolan Souza, TJ Pompey, Jack Holman due up. It's the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Sturs. Currently on top 2-0 over the SLO Blues. Jackson Howell remaining on the hill for the Blues. Here comes the first pitch to Souza, and Souza sees a breaking ball in there for a strike. He lays off of it, but takes strike 1, 0-1 to the second baseman.
Souza's first time around with a strikeout. Knowing all 5 tools he possesses, looking to turn it around.
Here comes Howell, the 0-1 pitch, and Souza quickly down 0-2. TJ Pompey awaits on deck.
There's also that element of getting back into baseball, Hunter, when all these guys, they take some time off. They need to see that live pitching to truly dial back into their skill set.
Can't substitute live pitching and live ABs. The 0-2 pitch, and Souza grounds this one over to second base. Here's Jeffries, and the throw for the first out in the inning. Souza, he grounds out. One away here in the bottom of the third.
Sponsored by the Mesa Cafe.
It's going to bring up TJ Pompey. Got the second knock of the day and scored the second run as well for the Sturs after Peterson and TJ both scored in that first inning. Of course, it's a 2-0 lead for the Sturs in the bottom half of this third inning.
TJ looking to stay hot. Great at-bat to start the game with a single and dialed in.
Here comes the first pitch. And TJ nearly gets clipped, and they said he did, so he will be awarded first base. Try to shift back away from it, but clips him on the left hip. He reaches with one away.
Looked like it caught a little bit of the hip and also some jersey there.
Sponsored by Howard and Trish Cantor.
So TJ aboard for the second time today, and that's going to bring up the DH,
Holman.
Jack Holman. Ground into a fielder's choice in the first. He was caught in that rundown between second and third base in that first inning, but he's got a man at first base with one out here. Bottom of the third. Runner goes off the first pitch. The throw in, it's left and into second base is TJ Pompey, already the third stolen bag of the day for Santa Barbara.
And an amazing jump from TJ Pompey going on the first pitch. Caught the defense sleeping.
So TJ in scoring position. First pitch missing to Holman, the 1-0. And Holman taps it, that ball out of play. Even up the count, 1-1 for Holman. But Santa Barbara, in just their fifth game, they have now attempted 17 attempted stolen bases on the year. You see Bill Pintard, as you said, they're Aiden trying to manufacture a little bit of offense as well, get men in scoring position until the bats really start to heat up. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And Holman check swing. Did he go? He did not, says our third base umpire. Ball 2.
He's had a lot of success with that changeup. Soft contact, check swings. It's been Jackson Howell's best pitch.
Holman trying to score TJ. Put something in play, the 2-1. Holman sees fastball away, 3 balls and a strike for Holman.
And with an open base, knowing the damage that Holman can do, this is a situation for Howell where they're still just looking for one location to throw the 3-1 pitch. Don't leave anything over the middle.
Daniel Patterson stands on deck for the Sturs. With one away, man at second. 3-1 pitch, and that is ball 4. Bounces towards Estabrook, and holding at second base is Pompey. Good effort from Owen behind the dish for the Blues to keep the man at second base. But Holman, base on balls for him. After the leadoff man grounded out, Pompey was hit, and now Holman works a walk, and it's going to bring up the right-handed batter, Daniel Patterson, who's got an RBI single already in this game. Now comes set on the hill. 2 aboard, 1 out. Here's a pitch, and Patterson sees a ball straight down the middle for strike number 1.
Seems like a lot of these Forsters hitters to start the season have taken too many fastballs. Right there, even though 0-0 might have had the take all the way, but a fastball right down the middle that wasn't swung at.
2 aboard, 1 out. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 pitch, and it misses away. Great take from Daniel. To even up the count, ball and a strike.
Patterson had an awesome at-bat to start this game, an RBI single. Another RBI opportunity right here.
Winds have laid down a little bit in the outfield. They're blown out towards center field. They've calmed down as of late. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And Patterson on a breaking ball swings right through it for strike 2.
That's the big old curveball from Howell. Not the best location, had a little bit of hang to it, but seems that Patterson was looking for the fastball.
Forsters lead 2-0, bottom of the third with 2 aboard. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Gonna have to wait. On deck will be Drew Markle. To follow him, Forsters get there, Johnny Rodriguez. With 1 out, 2 aboard. Here comes a 1-2 pitch to Daniel. And this ball is flared to the first baseman. They pick it, and the touch at first base. The line out, and again the line out into the double play. The runners were rolling, and Patterson, that little flare up and then touching first base, and Holman picked off of first base as he was running. Another line into a double play for the Stirs. We are headed to the fourth. Santa Barbara still on top, however, 2-0 over the Blues.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We head to the fourth inning. Santa Barbara still on top 2-0 after they picked up those 2 runs in the first. Jordan Lewis will lead things off, and Cody Howard remains on the hill for the Stirs. The pitch, and Lewis sees a fastball away, ball 1.
Just want to give some praise to Cody Howard. He's been magnificent. 5 strikeouts through 3 innings, marching on to the fourth.
Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Jordan Lewis pops up over the first base dugout and out of play. That is strike number 1 to him. 1-1 the count. To follow Jordan Lewis will be Jariah Lewis and Britton Mondu as well, scheduled to face Howard in this inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Jordan Lewis, and another fastball missing high, ball 2. And for the SLO Blues, after their big win yesterday against the Academy Barons, they had 3 players with multi-hit game. I should say the last game that they played. The 2-1 pitch now, and that ball finds a strike zone. Another heater, 2-2.
Great spot there, needing to come in. Howard's done an amazing job at executing those hitters count fastballs.
Howard gets prep, 2-2. Another strikeout, 6K of the day for Cody Howard, and Jordan Lewis strikes out for the second time today. Howard is shoving right now for the Stirs.
And Hunter, it feels like when you show up to the yard to watch Foresters baseball, you're going to get an elite performance from this starting pitcher, especially Eddie Matthews Field. It has been short of anything but magnificent every single time out.
And that's going to bring up Jariah Lewis. He had a ground out to second base today. Here's the first pitch, and Jariah Lewis just taps it underneath the barrel. That will be strike number 1. The pitching so phenomenal, and you have to say, I mean, from our position, every day so far, so fun to watch from day 1 to today. Seems like every pitcher has been phenomenal. The 0-1 pitch, and Jariah Lewis flares this one up in the left D. Kennedy tracking back and is able to make the catch out in left, backtracking all the way to the fence and barely just able to get there in time, but he does. Great play from D out in left for the second out.
Wow, what a play, ranging back. It seemed for a second D. Kennedy couldn't see the ball, but just trusted his speed, knowing he's approaching the wall. That's very difficult, not being able to see it. Stays with it all the way, and a crucial out number 2.
I think that's a good way to put it. Couldn't see it off the bat. Looked like he didn't quite know where that ball was off the barrel. But here's Braden Mondu. Takes the ball away. Another fastball at low 90s from Cody Howard, but 2 gone. Top of the fourth inning is a 2-run ball game. Santa Barbara put up 2 runs in the first. Mondu has a strikeout on his ledger today. Here's the second pitch. And it misses away at 92 on the fastball, 2-0.
Mondu struck out his first time, but has put together some great at-bats against the Foresters in all 3 contests.
The 2-0 pitch and a swing and a miss. 3 consecutive fastballs for Cody Howard. He gets himself back in the count, 2 balls and a strike. We're talking about the pitching last time these 2 teams played. This is the second pitch on its way, and this ball just past the third baseman, Daniel Patterson, in the left field. That is a 2-out knock for Braden Mondu. Just evading the glove of a diving Daniel Patterson at third, and that is the third hit of the day for the Blues.
Talked about how good Mondu's been, and if you look at the stats itself, might not jump off the page, but the at-bats have been there, and consistency. A lot of these Blues hitters haven't been able to say that, especially against Howard.
So 2-out base runner, and here's Brendan Comerford, who's already got a hit today. Here's the pitch, and a fastball high and in. That is ball one.
No brushback fastball. Sometimes that's utilized by pitchers to kind of open up the rest of the strike zone.
Slow glare over to first base and Mondu. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And this one is chopped left side, and that one is fair. No foul, says our home plate umpire, as Patterson was able to back up behind the bag on the backhand. But it is foul. It'll be a strike, 1-1 now to Brendan Comerford.
Very fortunate from Patterson. It seemed like he thought it was fair the whole way, ended up making that throw, and it was an airmail, but not going to be an error, just a strike.
1-1 for Brendan Comerford. Had the base hit, second of the day for the Blues in the second. In the top of the fourth currently, man at first base, it's Mondu with 2 out. Here's 1-1 pitch, and this ball swing and a miss. Off speed from Howard, got him to swing. A ball and 2 strikes. It's a very nice day from Santa Barbara. Light shadows being casted from the third base side of the park. Breeze picking up just a little bit. But here comes a 1-2 pitch, and this ball's lifted right side. It'll go out of play, maybe a chance in foul ground for the right fielder, but it will fall just next to the bullpen. But the Foresters are housed. They're extra pitchers. 1-2 it remains.
Great curveball and a good job by Comerford to even get a barrel on that. But Howard now, chance for another punch out. Been so good in these 2 strike counts.
Still a man at first. It is Mondu, had the 2-out knock. Here comes 1-2 pitch, and Comerford stays alive again, protecting the plate. Fouls it off to the right of home plate. We'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. Good battle from the first baseman. This 2-run ball game, Santa Barbara struck first. They also scored first in their last game against the Oaks. Ended up dropping that game 4-7. Put up a run in the first before the Oaks put up 5 runs in the third. Check back to first base. Scampering back is Mondu.
What makes that move so good is it seems when he comes set on the mound, he takes a significant pause that almost keeps the runner guessing and then makes his decision from there.
It's 1-2. The delivery, and that is ball 2 in the dirt. Great key from Ryan Taman. Mondu remains at first base. Comerford is able to reach. Owen Estabrook for the Blues awaits on deck. Santa Barbara here this afternoon, trying to snap a 2-game skid. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Comerford. The delivery, and Comerford fights it off again over the first base dugout. Heck of an effort from Comerford.
This is the best at-bat that the Blues have seen all day, Hunter.
Bring that back for a blender's card, please.
Cody Howard, who has been rolling, only allowed 4 base runners so far. His toughest test right here against the first baseman, who already has a hit today. Mondu still remaining at first base with 2 out. Here's the pitch, and this one popped up. Maybe a chance here for the catcher, but it goes back into the seats and just in the road to our right. So it remains 2-2.
Almost hit the spectators watching overhead. Looks like everybody's okay.
And here at Santa Barbara High School, we see some fans just on a stroll through Santa Barbara, watching from the fence. Love the playing surface behind the home plate. Works parallel to the right field foul pole, but the 2-2 pitch, and Comerford again pops it up. Identical to the last pitch. He battles on.
His last 2 pitches, both fastballs. Now an opportunity to maybe throw that hammer of a curveball or that sweeping slider.
2-2 pitch, And Cumberford takes strike 3. Cody Howard wins that battle, got him at 85 miles an hour, and the 7th K of the day for Cody. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Markle, Rodriguez, Taman due up when we return.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the bottom of the 4th, and Santa Barbara have Drew Markle, Johnny Rodriguez, Ryan Taman coming on up 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Stirs, with Santa Barbara leading 2-0 over the SLO Blues in the 3rd of 8 meetings that these two teams will see each other this season. For Markle, he's 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the 1st with Jackson Howell remaining on the hill, the starter for the Blues. First pitch from the right-hander. And Markle sees a ball away, 1-0.
Remember, Markle struck out looking his first time, thought he had a free pass down to first base, but ended up being called for a strike 3.
It's 1-0, the delivery, and Markle taps it foul down the third baseline, strike number 1.
For Markle, too, not a ton of time at Ole Miss last year, coming in as a freshman. This summer, an opportunity to prove his worth in a very competitive CCL.
Jackson Howell looks into his catcher, Estabrook, coming set. The 1-1 pitch. And Markle swing and a miss for strike 2. Good delivery from Howell in his season debut for the Blues this afternoon. Now ahead against Markle, a ball and 2 strikes. Foresters have been able to get some base runners, but some double plays turned by the Blues. The 1-2 pitch, and Markle sees it down low to even up the count, 2-2. And when you look at what Santa Barbara has done so far today, they've got 4 hits, been able to work a couple walks, also had a hit batter. Markle had a 2-2 count. Johnny Rodriguez stands on deck. Here's the pitch, and Markle sees ball 3 away.
Really nice at bat from Drew Markle. Handful of guys in this lineup with a ton of speed where if they get on base, especially early in an inning, they really can impact the game.
Breeze bowling out towards center field. Payoff pitch. Markle chops it foul over the third base dugout. Had some speed coming off that bat, but out of play, we'll do it again. Markle batting from the right side, Rodriguez a lefty, and Taman bats from the right side as well. For the Foresters up in this inning. Howell trying to work here, battling against Markle. Payoff pitch again, and Drew, he gets hit. Would have been ball 4, and Markle wears that one on his shoulder. He will reach base.
Has that protective piece on the elbow, so didn't catch a ton of flesh. Looks like he'll be okay, and a base runner for the Foresters.
For the 3rd time today, here in the bottom of the 4th, the leadoff man aboard. First and second innings both had Peterson, the leadoff man in the first, and Rodriguez, who led things off in the second, both with hits. Wouldn't be surprised to see Markle have a crack at second base with Rodriguez standing in. And a check back. Howell's thinking the same thing on the hill.
Pretty healthy lead over there at first base from Drew Markle. Tons of speed.
And Rodriguez, already the hit today. That was in the second against Jackson Howell. Still waits the first pitch. Another check back to Drew Markle. Second disengagement for Jackson Howell. The Forsters in a good spot to kick off this inning, but looking back at the second and the third, the Forsters have twice lined into a double play to end the inning. Some good defense by the Blues. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, misses away, takes a strike actually, but Markle slides in. Heavy collision at second base, and they got him. Heavy tumble between Ardois and Markle, and he is caught stealing, and Drew still on the ground. He pops up. Good to see him walk back towards the first base dugout.
Pretty good jump from Drew Markle, but an even better throw from Owen Estabrook right on the money. Hope that Markle's okay. Looked like he got a knee.
Yeah, heavy
to the head.
collision.
Coach Bill Pintard's going to go have a quick conversation with the second base umpire.
So here comes the manager. Talk things over. It was a fantastic throw from Estabrook, the catcher. You have to imagine what Bill Pintard is talking about here is any obstruction call on the shortstop. But as it stands, Markle caught stealing for the first out. That's the second time and the 3 times the Forsters have had their leadoff man aboard. They were retired between first and second base in some fashion. Line onto the double play. Now the caught stealing, but Santa Barbara, prior to that attempt, they were 3 for 3 in this ball game. So 4 attempted stolen bases for the manager, and the Foresters still having a conversation with the third base umpire. So Markle caught stealing. Johnny Rodriguez behind in the count, 0-1. So Rodriguez now trying to get on base with Markle retired, caught stealing. Jackson Howell, the right-handed pitcher, comes set. The 0-1 pitch to Rodriguez, down low, ball number 1.
Johnny had a single in the second inning. One of the best Foresters hitters so far this season. A lot of C&I base hits, finding ways to get on.
It's the name of the game, especially if the offense hasn't quite been there. Find ways to get on base. 1-1 pitch, and this ball is taken for a ball down low. 2-1 for Rodriguez. When you look around the CCL in the early goings, of course, Santa Barbara in the Southern Division, and in the North, the SLO Blues. Arroyo Seco, who the Foresters will face very soon. 3-1 in Conejo, also 4-3. Current 2 top teams in the South. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And Rodriguez sees it away, ball 3. Brian Taman, catcher, stands on deck. Forsters still lead 2-0, bottom of the 4th. Put up 2 runs in the first inning. Both Caden Peterson and Pompey had base hits. Came around to score. 1 away, bases clear. The 3-1 pitch. And Rodriguez sees ball 4. So he will reach base in the first 2 batters facing Jackson Howell in this inning. Both have reached base, but Markle caught stealing for the first out. Rodriguez aboard.
Great at-bat from Johnny. Talked about how often he's been getting on base. He does it once again. And now handing it over to the backstop, Ryan Taman. Another guy that could really use a hit.
He lined into one of the 2 double plays that the Foresters have lined into this afternoon. Now a man at first base, 1 away. First pitch, and Taman sees it low, ball 1.
Taman and Sanders have been rotating, doing the catching duties. Taman back in there today, but very valuable having 2 backstops that can produce.
There is action in the bullpen for the Blues. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And this ball tapped foul over towards the first base dugout. That is strike number 1 for Ryan Taman. And at first, Rodriguez had base on balls. The second time he reached base today, of course, the hit in the second. And now working a walk. A couple hit batters throughout the lineup today for the Sturs as well, reaching base. Here comes a 1-1 offering. And Taman sends this one fair down the third baseline. Off a hop is Mondu over to first for the second out. Taman grounds out 5-3, but Rodriguez is able to advance into scoring position. And that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, D. Kennedy, who's got a walk to his name here this afternoon.
Looks like Taman caught it off the end of the bat. But nonetheless, a productive out. Moves the runner and Rodriguez up 90 feet. Now D. Kennedy, a big 2-out hit would go a long way here, giving the Foresters a 3-0 lead.
Also top of the order, standing on deck, and D looking for his first hit still of the season. And sees a ball in the dirt. Fastball from Howell missing. You have to imagine for Kennedy as well. Once he just gets that first hit, it will be rolling. Seen him all over the lineup as well. Down at the bottom, up higher. Saw a bat second earlier this season as well. Rodriguez at second with 2 out. 1-0 pitch, and Kennedy swing to miss the fastball high in the zone. 1-1.
D looking to zero in on one pitch that he can crush. You hit on it. Still looking for that first hit of the young season.
Jackson Howell shakes off a couple from his catcher, Owen Estabrook. With 2 gone, man at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Kennedy sees the ball in. 2-1.
Yeah, bats today and the patience from Kennedy look a lot better. Finding himself now in a really nice hitter's count.
It's already worked the walk back in the second. With 2 gone, Foresters lead 2-0. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And Kennedy lines this one into left. Kennedy, that one's going back, but is caught by Jordan Lewis on the run in the gap. Kennedy, he gave it a whirl in the left center field, but Jordan Lewis, a good jump in left, makes the catch, and the side retired. We are headed to the 5th here from Santa Barbara. Foresters still on top, 2-0.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Head to the 5th inning from Santa Barbara, and the 5th inning brought to you by Finney's Craft House on Lower State. Finney's Craft House is a great place for Forester fans to gather before or after the game. Finney's Craft House. Bottom of the order coming up. Howard remains on the hill. First pitch, and it misses low for ball 1 to Owen Estabrook.
Seems, Hunter, that we're in that same sort of game that we've seen already 2 times between these squads. 2-0, the Foresters lead.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Estabrook, and a swing and a miss. The fastball at 90 this time from Howard. To even up the count 1-1. And it's kind of crazy. Through the first couple games being played between these two teams, the parity, strong pitching from both sides. It's 1-1 pitch. And Estabrook takes strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. Estabrook today is 0 for 1. Had a ground out to short. Leading things off in the Finneys' 5th inning. The 1-2 pitch to the catcher, and Estabrook reaches for it, and that is a base hit in the left field over the head of Pompey, and a leadoff knock for the Blues.
Great 2-strike approach from the catcher for the Blues, Owen Estabrook. Kind of takes the legs out of that swing, just gets a piece of it and flips it over TJ Pompey.
That's going to bring up the DH, Dio Blanchette. He's one of the 7 strikeout victims today from the arm of Cody Howard. His season debut for the Foresters doing very well. That is his 4th hit he has conceded to Owen Estabrook. Here's the pitch, and that fastball in there for a strike, 0-1.
Great location with that fastball at the knees. A lot of first pitch strikes from the Texas product.
The 0-1 pitch, and Blanchette sees it down low. And a good scoop by Taman as well. Slides over a fraction to his right. Even up the count 1-1. To follow Blanchette will be Sam Ardois, 9-hole hitter. And with Estabrook at first, as the 2nd time today, the Blues have had their leadoff man aboard. Here's the pitch, and this ball misses in. It was a check swing, good take, 2-1.
Be a count and an opportunity where the Blues are going to try to do damage and get back into this ball game. Foresters looking to roll a double play.
Foresters lead 2-0. Leadoff man aboard. Here's the pitch, and a check back to first base. It was a good effort from Taman just to throw a little bit high for the first baseman, Rodriguez. Last pitch missing, so it's 3-1. Ryan Taman, he had the right idea. It's a big pitch here from Howard. Nobody out. 3-1 pitch, and Blanchette takes strike 2. Great delivery from Cody.
And even 3-1 while sitting fastball, looking for a pitch more up in the zone, and that's what's made this performance so spectacular, is being able to locate even in those counts.
The pitch, and Blanchette lines it in the left D. Kennedy is there and makes the squeeze. And no throw over to first base. The line out for Blanchette into left, and a big first out for Cody Howard, and what an effort from the starting pitcher who fell behind in the count, ends up getting the out.
Number 14, the shortstop.
And that ball was scorched to left field. D. Kennedy, kind of an in-betweener. First step was back, ended up charging in and making it look pretty routine for out number 1.
This brings up the 9-hole hitter, Sam Ardois. Bats from the right side. Still a man at first base, 1 away. Top of the 5th. First pitch. And Ardois takes a strike on another fastball.
Looked like the umpire might have called that a ball.
Ball 1 instead for Sam Ardois. Here's the 1-0. And Ardois pops up over the stands to the right of home plate. That is strike number 1 for Sam. Top of the order, awaiting on deck for the Blues. After Owen Estabrook had the leadoff knock to kick off this Finneys' 5th inning.
Great job getting back into the strike zone after being down in the count.
Ardois struck out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1 today. Coming set. Howard, 1-1 pitch. And Ardois sees a fastball high. That is ball 2 for the shortstop.
Great location on both balls in this at-mat. Missing outside and then just slightly up. Very competitive all the way throughout.
Estabrook still hanging out at first base. Here's the pitch, and that's another fastball in there for a strike. 2-2 for Ardois. And Cody Howard continuing to fire strikes with that fastball, sitting low 90s. He looks into his catcher, Ryan Taman. Glare over to first base. 2-2 pitch to Sam Ardois, and Ardois checks swing and a good slide from Taman. Full count.
And with that fastball being as dominant as it has been for Howard, with the 9-hole hitter up, best recipe for success might be going right back to that heater and just trusting it.
Top of the order stands on deck in the form of Ethan Royal. Estabrook at first. Here's the payoff pitch, and Ardois, a check swing, but a fair ball. Here comes Howard, the pitcher. He mishandled it. Maybe had a crack at first base, but that will be an infield single, depending on how it's scored. And that will be an infield single, the second hit of the inning for the Blues.
Back to the top of the order for the Blues.
Now two aboard with only a single out, and here comes the top of the order. This is the most dangerous look of the ball game so far for the Blues. Here's Ethan Royal, who's reached base twice. He's got a hit. He's also been hit by Cody Howard.
Quick meeting to refocus, knowing the threat that Royal presents. Has gotten on base in both of his at-bats here today.
Bats from the right side, two aboard, only a single out. First pitch. And this ball is down the middle at 90, strike one. This is the first time really Cody Howard all day today has been under some stress. He's been rolling through the lineup, giving up a couple hits here and there. But the first time he's had two base runners behind him. Fires a strike to the man at the top of the order. Only a single out. The 0-1 pitch. And this ball off speed drops in there for a strike. 0-2 for Howard against Royal.
Well, off speed, flipping it over on the inner part of the plate for a strike.
Braden Jeffries stands on deck for the Blues. It's a two-run ball game. Santa Barbara on top. The 0-2 pitch, and Royal sends it foul down the right side. Up over the bullpen where the Forster pitchers are housed here, but remains 0-2.
And being battle tested for Howard is very important early on in the summer in his first start. It's not always going to be breezy. Big pitch coming up.
Jake Fields currently warming in the pen for the Forsters. The 0-2 pitch, and Royal check swing, takes a ball away. Ball and two strikes. Great take from Royal. It was a good pitch from Howard as well. Royal's able to lay off of it. Still two aboard. Estabrook at second. Ardois at first. Only a single out. Santa Barbara lead by 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Royal. And Royal sees ball 2 down low at 91. Even up the count.
Full count now for Cody. Nowhere to put him. No open base. And Royal presenting the go-ahead run. So far, the biggest pitch of this ballgame.
Braden Jeffries stands on deck, but it is 2-2 here for Ethan Royal. Wind blowing out towards center field. Check back to second base. They maybe have a play. Did they get him? Yes, they did. Picked off at second base is Owen Estabrook. Fantastic move from Howard and the middle infielders to pull off that play. 2 gone here in the 5th.
We've seen a lack of awareness on the base paths from both teams. That's a pick-off apiece now for the Foresters and the Blues. Those fundamentals just leaving sight.
Still 2-2 for the man at the top of the order. But with 2 gone, here's the 2-2 pitch, and that is ball 3. Fastball just missing a fraction high. Looks like it might have caught the upper corner. Full count instead. Ardois is going to be moving at first with 2 gone here in the 5th. On deck is Brady Jeffries. Payoff pitch from Howard. And this ball is up over and out of play over the first base dugout. We'll do it again.
As Howard's start has continued, the Blues are putting together much better at-bats. As you see the Foresters bullpen starting to stretch out.
With 2 gone in this 5th inning. Another check back to first base, but sliding back is Ardois. Foresters have picked off 2 slow base runners in this ball game. Royal was a victim of one man at the dish in the first. Now a 3-2 count with Howard coming set. The payoff pitch to Royal yet again. And that is ball 4, missing away on the fastball. Howard loses him. As a result, that's going to bring up Braden Jeffries. Still 2 aboard, but 2 gone. And now Bill Pintard, the manager, appears out of that first base dugout. It looks like the Foresters are going to try to make a pitching change. We saw Jake Fields warming up, the right-handed pitcher.
And even with this start potentially coming to an end, this obviously could also just be a conversation from Bill Pintard, but a phenomenal performance from Howard. He had everything working. It seemed as the game continued, he was getting squeezed a little bit by the umpire. Probably some frustration there. But who knows? Manager Pintard might let him finish this inning.
Still lengthy discussion between the manager and the entire infield. In terms of pitching on the back end, number of guys hot today for the pitching coach, Ryan Kramer. Long relief was listed Jake Fields. That's who was tossing. We also might see Ty Baker, who was recently activated, looking for his season debut. Home plate umpire as well coming in and chasing back Bill Pintard to the first base dugout. It looks like Cody Howard will remain in the ball game, so just a conversation for the manager for the Foresters. After losing Ethan Royal, giving him base on balls, it's going to bring up Braden Jeffries. Bats out of the second spot. He's 0 for 2 today.
That's a big trust thing, too, Hunter.
Totally.
Keeping Howard out there, you gain the respect of your players even though they've only been here for a week.
First pitch, and that misses low. Great keep from Ryan Taman. Ball 1. For Jeffries, he had a ground out to third and a strikeout looking. One of the 7 strikeout victims. Cody Howard has been so phenomenal in his start, in his debut as a Forester. The 1-0 pitch. This ball's lined, and that ball will fall in front of the second baseman, and it gets past him into right field. Looks like a run will score, picked up, and a run will indeed score. Coming in from second base, Sam Ardois, and the SLO Blues cut the lead in half here in the 5th.
Looked like Souza was anticipating a line drive there and got his feet tangled up underneath of him. Was not able to field that in-between hop, but that's a play that needs to be made and a frustrating end to Howard's brilliant performance.
So here comes Bill Pintard, and he will go to the bullpen. We will step away. Cody Howard had a phenomenal start. His day will be done, but the SLO Blues get a run. It's a 2-1 ball game. We'll be right back. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
I'm Eric Anand, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Our new pitcher coming in for the Foresters will be Jake Fields, and for Fields, he makes his third appearance already of the young season. He has pitched 2 innings but struck out 4.
Yeah, he's been one of manager Bill Pintard's more reliable options out of the bullpen. Hasn't given a run up to this point. A 143 opponent batting average. Throws hard, able to locate well. And one of those guys that's max effort. He'll come in, give you an inning or 2 of work, and give it his all.
And by the way, Braden Jeffries, who just reached base on that ball that was hit towards Nolan Souza, scored as an E4. Sam Ardois came around to score the first run of the day for the Blues. This brings up Jordan Lewis. Now a check back to first base. It was close, but getting back safely is Jeffries. Runners will be on the corners. Ethan Arroyo is at third, and Jeffries reached on the air at first. Field still awaits his first pitch. Here it is to Jordan Lewis, and Lewis sees a fastball high, ball 1.
Tough place to come into a ball game if your Fields runners on the corners with 2 outs. Needing to locate all of his pitches.
Jordan Lewis today 0 for 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that ball missing in another fastball. 2-0 for Jordan. Both times Lewis has stood in today. Granted, against Cody Howard, he struck out. Howard going 4 2/3 on 5 hits and struck out 7. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and Jordan Lewis pops up sky high. It goes out of play over the third base dugout. Strike number 1.
For Lewis, he's probably grateful to see another arm after a rough first 2 at-bats. But Jake Fields is no easy opponent. Needing 1 more out to get out of the 5th.
Check back to first base. It's going to be close. Did they get him? No. Rodriguez. It was close over there at first base, and the pickoff moves from the Forester pitching. It's been phenomenal this afternoon. They've already have 2 of them. Means 2-1. Here's a pitch to Jordan Lewis, and Lewis sees another fastball. Brushing 90. It's ball 3. On deck is Jariah Lewis. This is a big pitch coming up for Jake.
Huge pitch. And 3-1 needing to come in. Runner on first already.
Here's a 3-1 pitch. And that is ball 4. Jordan Lewis works the walk and reaches base for the first time today. And Jake Fields, who enters with runners on the corners, walks the first man he faces. Bases juiced. Ethan Royal at third. Jeffries second. It's going to bring up Jariah Lewis now.
And with 2 outs, Hunter, no harm, no foul if you just come at this guy and get 1 more out. Not a base open, but a base to play with. Now Fields really has to come in.
First pitch, left-handed batter Jariah Lewis. It's in there for strike 1.
It's a really good first pitch changeup. Lewis obviously sitting on that heater. Fields' favorite pitch, but the ability to control that changeup is huge.
Jariah today ground out to second, fly out in the left. The 0-1. And Lewis, a chopper over to second base. There is Souza to first, the throw in time, and the Foresters and Jake Fields get out of the jam. Well done from Fields entering this ball game. Good play from the second baseman. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th. Santa Barbara now on top 2-1 over the Stars, over the Blues.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835. Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We head to the bottom of the fifth, presented by Finney's Craft House. Finney's Craft House on Lower State is a great place for Foresters fans to gather before or after the game. We'll have the first pitching change as well for the SLO Blues. Josue Garcia, the right-hander, will enter.
New arm. Pretty solid start for Howard, giving up 2 runs, but his start was really characterized by the Foresters' miscues on the base paths, opportunities to add on, and simply couldn't capitalize. But Caden Peterson's been a great leadoff hitter and a chance to start the 5th.
Garcia, the right-handed pitcher, will face the top of the order. Peterson, Souza, and Pompey. Here's Caden. First pitch, and Caden pulls away from it, but he gets hit, and he will go to first base. And Peterson sees one pitch from the new arm, and he gets clipped on the left side, and he will reach base for the second time today.
Now Souza will get another chance to hit with the runner on. Looking for his first hit in a Forester uniform. Wouldn't shock me if manager Pintard sent Peterson again, even on opportunities when they've gotten caught stealing. Have had great jumps and great looks at runners in scoring position.
Peterson already a stolen bag. 4 attempted stolen bases on the day already today. Here's the first pitch, and Souza sees it down and in, ball 1. Garcia, the right-handed pitcher, the first reliever for Jackson Howell, who got the start in the season debut this afternoon for the Blues. Check back to first base, and that ball gets away from the first baseman. Peterson, he holds up. There's a heavy deflection off the buildings behind first base. Smart play to hold up, not try to make a jump to second.
Not that long of a backstop per se, past the first base dugout. Smart decision from Peterson to hold up.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that misses in for ball 2 for Nolan Souza, who has a strikeout and a ground out to second base here this afternoon. The man at first. Foresters lead now 2-1. It's been cut in half by the SLO Blues after they put up a run top half of this inning. Here's the pitch, the 2-0 pitch, and this one is chopped over to short. Big first hop. There's one at second base. Will it be 2? It will not. Able to beat it out at first. Nolan Souza will reach base on the fielder's choice, and Peterson on the force out at second for the first out.
A lot of speed from the left-hander's side of the batter's box, being able to beat it out on the back end.
TJ Pompey.
Now it's Pompey's turn.
TJ today, he's 1 for 1. He's also scored a run. He's also been hit by a pitch, of course, facing Josue Garcia for the first time. Here's the pitch. And that finds a strike zone. 0-1 for TJ.
Pompey's been the Foresters' best hitter this season, just arriving a few games ago.
Yeah, phenomenal for TJ. Here's the pitch, and TJ sees ball 1, even up the count, 1-1. Nolan Souza grounding in that fielder's choice now at first, reaching base for the first time, I'd say this season, for Nolan in his debut. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Pompey sees a heater away, 2-1. And when you look at what the Foresters are going to be handling here, next couple days, we'll have a home game tomorrow, and then on the road on Sunday. Arroyo Seco will be in town tomorrow. Here's the 2-1, and TJ sees another ball away, 3 balls and a strike for Pompey.
Big hole on the right side of the infield. Pompey takes an opposite field approach, have himself a hit.
On deck will be Jack Holman. Runner at first, with one away. Here's the pitch. And runner goes, and it'll be ball 4 and sliding in, no one covering, as Braden Jeffries had to scoop up that ball into second base. It is Nolan Souza, but TJ Pompey reaches base on balls. The third time TJ has been on base here this afternoon.
The designated hitter, number 18, Jack Holman.
So 2 aboard, only a single out, and the Foresters looking to get back the run that they conceded in the top half of this inning. It's 2-1. Santa Barbara on top. Now 2 on, only a single out.
Sturs also looking to add on. They've been playing these close games almost every time out, looking for a couple runs of insurance.
First pitch to Holman, and Jack sees it in on the delivery from Garcia. Ball 1. The DH today grounded into a fielder's choice and worked a walk. Last time up was in the 3rd. Josue Garcia entering this inning for the starter, Jackson Howell. Here's the pitch, the 1-0. And the off-speed misses high, ball 2 for Holman.
Big opportunity with Holman's power to put up a crooked number here in the 5th.
He's ahead, 2-0. Holman spits on ball 3, fastball missing low. Daniel Patterson stands on deck.
I would guess that Holman has the green light here. 3-0 count with a nice opportunity to do some damage.
With 2 aboard, only a single out. 3-0 pitch, and Holman sees ball 4 and consecutive walks by Garcia on the hill. And that is going to load the bases for Daniel Patterson. The 3rd goes Souza, Pompey to 2nd, and Holman works a walk, his 2nd of the day. That's going to bring out.
Since Garcia has come into this game, Hunter, he's really struggled with his control. A hit by pitch and 2 walks so far.
That's going to bring out the coaching staff from that 3rd base dugout. Talk things over with Garcia. And Patterson, he's going to have a chance here. He's got an RBI single in the 1st, and he's lined into a double play. Just a quick conversation. But all 4 Foresters have reached base that have stood in against Garcia. Granted him, one of them was grounded into a fielder's choice. But you set 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Bases loaded. Wind blowing out towards center field. Daniel trying to drive in some more runs. It's a 2-1 ball game. Sturs on top. First pitch. Patterson sees it away, and Garcia struggling to find the zone.
In this situation, too, Hunter, if you're the Foresters, you want Garcia to come into you. Don't expand the strike zone when he's already not commanding.
Bases loaded, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch. Patterson takes one down the middle. Even up the count, 1-1.
A hit here would go a long way into deciding the outcome of this game.
Also considering the first 2 games against these teams, both 2-0 victories. 1 for the Blues, 1 for the Sturs. 1-1 pitch. Patterson sees a ball away. The fastball missing from Garcia. 2 balls and a strike.
Great take from Patterson from our angle. Just a bit outside. Now back into a hitter's count.
Bases loaded, 1 away. 2-1 pitch. Patterson lines it the other way, but goes foul into the bullpen for the Foresters to even up the count, 2-2. Right-handed batter trying to put something in play, but if the Blues are able to get the out here, be a critical 2nd out for SLO. Markle stands on deck. 2-2 pitch. Patterson over to second base. There's Jeffries. 1 at second base. Will it be 2? Yes, it will be. A 4-6-3 double play, and the 3rd double play turn today by the Blues, and they get out of the jam. Patterson unable to drive in any runs. We go to the 6th. Sturs still on top, 2-1 over the Blues.
race into the outfield.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the 6th and still a 2-1 ball game. Mondu, Cumberford, and Estabrook do up for the Blues, and the Blues turning their third double play of the ball game.
And that was an opportunity. We talked about it, a crooked number, and the Foresters once again cannot capitalize. They stay in this inning to inning close contest, 2-1.
First pitch, and Mondu takes a strike, 0-1. For Mondu today, he's 1 for 2, a strikeout in the second and a single in the fourth, with Jake Fields remaining in the ball game, who entered in the last for Cody Howard. The 0-1 pitch, and Mondu has to turn away from that one. The fastball at 90, ball 1.
Fields has been missing up a little bit, overthrowing that fastball. Coming in mid-inning is never easy, still needs a little bit to settle in.
The 5, 6, and 7 batters due up in this inning for the Blues. The 1-1 pitch, and Mondu sees another ball in, 2-1. Looks like might be some more action now in the bullpen as well for the Sturs, getting other guys loose. 2 balls and a strike for the leadoff man. It's a 2-1 ball game, top of the 6th. The pitch, and that one is down the middle to even up the count. Good delivery from Jake, 2-2.
Great location from Jake Fields. And with that power fastball, it feels like he's never out of an at-bat.
Mondu, who is 1 for 2 today, leading things off. Top of the 6th, the 2-2 pitch, and Mondu sees a breaking ball and taps it foul. We'll do it again. The SLO Blues on this long road trip all week long. They enjoyed such a long stint at home, especially in the non-league play for the start of the CCL opening day when they hosted the Foresters. Some time on the road this week. Leadoff man sees a 2-2 pitch, and Mondu, ball 3 high, full count.
Now needing to work down. Walks are unacceptable at this stage of the game because they start rallies.
Brendan Cumberford stands on deck. Payoff pitch, and that one hits him off the head. Getting back up. Mondu's able to stand back up. He was trying to duck under that one. Positive it took it off the helmet.
Kind of felt the life being sucked out of the stadium, everyone holding their breath, making sure Mondu's okay.
He's talking with his coaches. Just out of your frame. On his feet, talking with his teammate as well, Brendan Cumberford. The trader for the Forester, Sierra, comes out. Talk things over with him. Good to see him get back up on his feet. Still the trainer taking a look over at Braden Mondu.
From our angle, it looked like it might have caught a piece of the helmet, but trainer's working on the hand.
So to follow Mondu will be Brendan Comerford. Still some more look. The trainer looking at Mondu. And we thought took off the helmet. Might have still, but looking at that left wrist.
Taking a long look at him. Making
Mondu.
sure he's okay and able to stay in this ball game. Being this early in CCL play, not worth taking risks either that would jeopardize a potential season.
And he's getting looked at. Taking a look at this ball game. Comerford will be coming up to bat. There'll be a man at first base with no outs here in the 6th. And Jake Fields, who entered this ball game for Santa Barbara for Cody Howard. Cody Howard had a phenomenal start. There's a 2-out error that forced the pitching change. And it looks like Braden Mondu will go back to that third base dugout. And we definitely hope all the best for Braden Mondu. Looks like they'll try to make a substitution and bring someone else in. And of course, we hope all the best for Braden Mondu.
While we wait, it looks like Fields, even though he hasn't thrown a pitch, just trying to stay ready on that bump and stay focused. Number 4 enters the game.
Bryson Hoyer now entered at first base.
Number 4, Bryson Hoyer, pinch running. Now batting the first base with number 10, Brendan Comerford.
So Hoyer now in at first to relieve Mondu. Now Bill Pintard appears out of the first base dugout to chat with Fields. And we are going to have a pitching change. Jake Fields, his day will be done. And the Foresters will go to the bullpen for the second time today. We'll step away. New arm coming in for Santa Barbara.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
New arm coming in for Santa Barbara will be Ty Baker, the right-handed pitcher, making his season debut for the Sturs, man who plays for Texas A&M.
Yeah, freshman from A&M last year, 6'4", 230 pounds. Hometown is Houston, Texas, and just watching him warm up, that best pitch looks like that 12-6 curveball. It is a hammer. Tons of break. But being able to locate will be key. The reason why Jake Fields exited this game was that command. You saw him hit Mondu, And now passing the baton to Baker, but still only up 2-1. Very close contest.
Still a lot of baseball left in this one. For Santa Barbara will host another home game tomorrow and be on the road this weekend. That will be on Sunday, down to face the Academy Barons down in Compton. But here comes Baker. He'll face Brendan Comerford. He'll inherit a runner. It's Bryson Hoyer now to run at first base after Mondu was hit and pulled out of the ball game. So Comerford today is 1 for 2, a hit and a strikeout. First pitch from Baker, and that's a fastball at 91, missing away. Ball 1. So Baker enters in this inning with no outs and a man at first. The 1-0 pitch. And Comerford lines it into center field. Well hit. Drew Markle trots back right in front of the track and makes the squeeze for the first out.
Great jump off of the bat from center fielder Drew Markle. A dead sprint to the warning track. And all these outfielders making it look routine today on hard hit baseballs.
Seen some good plays from those outfielders, and that's going to bring up Owen Estabrook. Still a man at first base. Now 1 away. Estabrook 1 for 2. Ground out to short and a single. That was in the last inning where he was picked off for the second out, actually, in the last inning. It's a 2-1 game. Foresters on top. The first pitch. It misses away on another fastball, low 90s. Ball 1 Estabrook. Still a gentle breeze going out towards center field. 1-0 pitch. Another heater missing down and away. Ball 2.
Just missing down. Baker wants those calls. Just below the black. Now 2-0. Dangerous hitter, Estabrook, in the box.
Hoyer at first, 1 away. The pitch, swing and a miss. That time he got him. Another fastball low in the zone. That one at 93 from Ty. And Baker, along with Cody Howard, who was a starting pitcher today, making their debuts on the mound for the Sturs. 2-1 pitch. Estabrook sees another fastball. Runner goes to second. It was a late jump. Over to second base, sliding in head first. Hoyer, and a stolen bag.
It was a perfectly executed delayed steal. Forces Taman to pause for just a moment, and in that tight window, slid in safely into second.
It's 3-1 now for Estabrook. Man now in scoring position, 1 away. Baker looking to dig deep in his debut. The pitch. Estabrook over too short. Lines it and catching his Pompey over to first, throw in time. Good grab there from Pompey. Reacted to that one well. 2 gone. Runner advancing to third.
Really nice backhand from TJ Pompey, making it look easy over there at shortstop. And a huge out after the errors the last couple days have kind of plagued the Foresters. Very smooth play.
In this 1-run ball game, Sturs put up 2 runs in the first, and the last in SLO put up a run. Man at third with 2 gone. Here's Gio Blanchette. First pitch, and Gio on a breaking ball. Fouls it back into the glove of Taman. Strike 1.
That's that hammer that I was talking about. So much break, the 12-6 action for strike 1.
0-1 pitch. Away. For ball number 1 for the DH, who's 0 for 2 today, a strikeout. Also a line out into left. That was D. Kennedy making that good jump out and left. But Bryson Hoyer is at third. With 2 gone, 1-1 pitch. Blanchette takes a ball in the dirt. Great keep from Ryan Taman. Ryan Taman getting the start behind the dish. The last game, Nick Sanders. Those two have been flip-flopping through the early goings of the season as the catcher. 2-1. Delivery from Baker. And that 2-1 pitch drops in there very nicely. 2-2.
And what makes that curveball so special is being able to throw it when down in the count. Usually curveball is utilized when you're ahead to spike and get a swing and a miss, but perfect pitch.
2 gone. 2-2 pitch. Blanchette down on strikes. Ty Baker enters this ball game in the middle of the inning. Retires 3 in order and picks up his first K. of the season. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Foresters on top by a run.
If you got any hula hoop skills, head on down and meet our Forester staff.
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. We head to the bottom of the 6th from Santa Barbara High School. Sturs on top 2-1 over the Blues, and Drew Markle will lead things off. Josue Garcia remains in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch, and Markle takes a strike, outer half the zone, 0-1.
Markle 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch, and he was caught stealing in the 4th inning.
Down the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Drew sees a fastball high and in. Even up the count, ball and a strike. It's going to be Marco, Rodriguez, and Taman due up in this 6th inning for the Sturs. Needing insurance runs. They had the bases loaded in the last inning until they grounded into a double play. 1-1 pitch. And Marco chops it over to short, and charging in is Ardois, and a good play from the shortstop to retire Drew Markle.
A lot of speed on the back end, putting pressure on that throw. But a nice play by the shortstop for 1 out.
Number 33, Johnny Rodriguez.
Here's Johnny Rodriguez. 1 for 1. Base hit in the 2nd, worked a walk in the 4th. That's from the left side, stands in, 1 away, bases clear in this 1-run ball game. To follow Johnny will be Taman. First pitch, and Rodriguez sees a ball away, 1-0. Looking towards tomorrow's ball game for the Sturs, they'll have to face a very good team of Royal Seiko, 3-1 CCL play already. Nice Saturday matchup. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Rodriguez takes another ball. Misses high, 2-0.
Good take from Johnny. Been seeing the ball very well so far today. A single and a walk.
Garcia, who entered to start the last inning, ahead. Behind, I should say, the 2-0. And the pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike to Rodriguez.
Rodriguez looking for a fastball middle in to crush there. And a great location from Garcia, scraping the outside corner.
2 balls and a strike. Rodriguez is having a very good start to his season here in Santa Barbara. 2-1 pitch, and Rodriguez into left. Out there is Jordan Lewis, just has to move a fraction to his right, makes the squeeze. 2 up, 2 down for Josue Garcia in the bottom of the 6th. We'll bring up the catcher, Brian Taman. 0 for 2, he lined into a double play and also grounded out to 3rd. Stands in with the bases clear, 2 gone. Sturs lead 2-1 in this 6th inning. The first pitch, Taman takes a strike down the middle.
That first pitch is sometimes the best pitch that the Foresters see all at bat long. But Taman takes it.
The 0-1, missing high. Even up the count, 1-1.
Foresters have been lacking in the extra base hit department. 0 so far today. Still looking for that thunderous pop.
1-1 pitch, and this one going the other way. That's down the line. Maybe right on cue. Taman will round first and hold up. He thought about it, looking down to Jariah Lewis. He will instead hold up at first for a 2-out knock. Well done for Taman to bring up D. Kennedy.
Really nice piece of hitting going in inside out. And yeah, it seemed, Hunter, that might have been right on cue for me, but probably a smart decision to hold up. Throw was slightly offline, but would have had to be a very speedy runner to get there.
But Taman is aboard for the first time to bring up D. First pitch, Kennedy takes a strike, 0-1.
D smoked a ball in his second at-bat back in the 4th inning, just found the glove of the left fielder.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Kennedy takes a strike and quickly down the count, 0-2. Worked to walk in the second, that line out, as you mentioned, Aiden, in the 4th. But the 2-out knock for Ryan Taman, he's at first. Decent lead for him. Kennedy, the 0-2 pitch, and he taps it foul down third base line. We'll do it again. Looking towards the 7th inning for the Blues are Dwal Royal Jeffries. Going to be coming up. 9-1-2 hitters. Coming set is Garcia. And the 0-2 pitch now to D. Kennedy, and Kennedy sees a fastball high. 1-2.
Good take from D. Nice and patient today at the plate. Quintessential 9-hole hitter. A lot of speed. Looking to get on base.
Can he do it here with 2 outs? 1-2 pitch. Kennedy sees a fastball high. Great take, 2-2. Still only a 1-run ball game. Sturs put up 2 runs in the first. They had 2 hits, Peterson and Pompey. Actually, 3 hits in that first inning. Peterson and Pompey both scored. But here's a 2-2, and D reaches for it. The third baseman cuts it off. Good play from Mondu in the throw. Was it in time? Yes, it was. Heck of an effort from the third baseman, Braden Mondu, cutting that ball off in front of the shortstop. And D. Kennedy is retired, 5-3. We go to the 7th. Sturs on top by a run.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We head to the 7th with Ty Baker remaining on the hill. It's going to be the 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Blues are Dwal Royal Jeffries in this 1-run ball game. Sturs on top 2-1. First pitch, and it finds a strike zone, 0-1.
Baker's looked great so far out of the bullpen. As the Foresters needing big outs.
Here's the pitch, And the 1-0 popped up and out of play for strike number 2. And for Ty Baker, mentioned playing for Texas A&M, but the 6'4" frame, 225 pounds, daunting on the hill to say the least. And Sam Ardois, who is 1 for 2 today, a strikeout, a run scored, and a single. Standing in to lead things off down the count. The 0-2 pitch, and Ardois sees a ball away, 1-2.
That curveball with so much break. Just missed outside of the zone. Might go back to it here. Still ahead 1-2.
Top of the order, stands on deck. 1-2 pitch, and Ardois sees another ball away to even up the count, 2-2.
You can feel kind of the tension in this ballpark. Very close game. Who can play mistake-free baseball will end up winning it.
2-2. Ardois sees ball 3, the fastball at 92, going back to the heater. And good couple takes by Sam Ardois, the shortstop, to send the count to full. Don't want to lose him here with the top of the order on deck. Payoff pitch. Ardois chops it over to second base. Souza holds his ground. A nice casual throw over to first base to retire the 9-hole hitter. One away in the top half of the 7th.
And that casual throw for a moment looked a little scary that he might airmail him, but got him by half a step. Big out, number 1.
This brings up the man who's gotten on base all 3 times today. Ethan Royal has a hit by pitch, and also worked a walk. Stands in, 1 away, base is clear. Here's the first pitch, and Royal takes a strike at 91 miles an hour, 0-1.
All the Foresters pitchers done a nice job controlling that first pitch strike.
The 0-1 pitch, and Royal sees it away. When you look at the pitch in the last 2 times that these teams met on opening, actually just earlier this week, Santa Barbara pitching struck out 14 SLO Blues. They ended up having that in the ninth inning, the winning run at the plate, unable to convert. 1-1 pitch just misses. Fraction low for ball 2 to Ethan Royal, the man at the top of the order.
You see Taman behind the dish, nodding in approval. Really well executed 1-1 curveball, but just a bit down.
2-1 pitch. That bounces in on the fastball. Ball 3 after the leadoff man was retired. Braden Jeffries stands on deck. Just this 1-run ball game, top of the 7th. Can't allow too many base runners. 3-1 pitch, and this one is lined and popped up into center field, shallow center field, but the second baseman tracks back. Nolan Souza falls off the shortstop and center fielder, makes the squeeze for the second out in the 7th.
Almost entered that Bermuda Triangle in center field, but a great call from Souza to take that tough ball tracking back. Sunshine kind of gleaming out there in center, but a very nice play.
Yeah, and the sun setting beyond the third base dugout, kind of coming in towards home plate. First pitch to Jeffries. That's a fastball strike, 0-1.
And one thing to note too, Hunter, now with the pitcher on the mound, they're an all light batter in all dark. The shadows will play a factor in these final innings.
0-1 pitch. Jeffries, and it's over the glove of the first baseman, Johnny Rodriguez, trying to climb the ladder and holding up at first as it was down the line is Braden Jeffries, the 2-out knock for the second baseman.
Good piece of hitting. Just out of the reach of Johnny Rodriguez at first base.
Rodriguez had a pretty good hop there still, regardless, even though he wasn't able to get it. Nice vertical from 33 at first. It's going to bring up Jordan Lewis. Bats from the right side. 0 for 2 today with a walk. Now a 2-out base runner in the form of Jeffries at first. Here's the first pitch. That ball straight down the middle at 91 for a strike. SLO Blues currently 2-1 CCL play. The Stars 2-2. The 0-1 pitch. This ball is fouled back just behind home plate for strike number 2.
And you know that constant idea in these hitters' minds of that hammer curveball coming when they're down 0-2 is looming just because of how devastating that pitch really is.
With 2 outs, man at first, the pitch and a check swing, but he went around Jordan Lewis and the formalities at first base to retire him. Lewis, he strikes out, and And that is the second strikeout of the day for Ty Baker. We head to the bottom of the 7th, stretch time from Santa Barbara.
It's the middle of the 7th inning, fans. Time.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
To the bottom of the 7th we go. Forster still on top, 2-1 over SLO. Top of the order coming up: Peterson, Souza, and Pompey.
Yeah, this is a chance now for the Santa Barbara Foresters to add on. Up by 1 in the 7th inning, Hunter. It feels like one more insurance run is a need. Take that pressure off the bullpen, thinking 6 outs away from a victory.
Josue Garcia remains on the bump. First pitch to Peterson. It's a fastball delivery in there for a strike, 0-1. Caden today, base hit in the first, a line on the left, and a hit by pitch in the 5th, and also came around to score the first run of the day. The 0-1 pitch, and Peterson sees it away, 1-1.
And Peterson, coming from a smaller university in the University of Pacific, has established himself in the Foresters' colors as a great bat at the top of the order.
And a good runner with the 1-1 pitch, missing away, ball 2. Santa Barbara needing a little extra run. Put up 2 in the first. SLO got 1 back in the 5th. Bottom of the 7th, the leadoff man. 2-1 pitch. And Peterson lines this one left side. And that ball will get through into left field. Peterson, a leadoff knock. And the Sturs in business here in the 7th.
Caden Peterson is locked in. A single to left field. Ball was hit very hard, and every at-bat has that energy that you need from your leadoff guy.
This is going to bring up the man in his debut this afternoon, Nolan Souza. He's got a strikeout, ground out to second, grounded into a fielder's choice. Looking for his first knock of the short summer season. The first pitch, and sees a ball high. 1-0 with Caden Peterson still at first. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. An opportunity to extend this 1-run lead. Garcia comes set on the hill. The 1-0 pitch. And Souza lines it deep into left. Jordan Lewis going back, and Jordan Lewis unable to make the catch, and that ball over the outfield wall. That is an automatic double. So Nolan Souza, the double, plants it over the left field wall. And that will put 2 in scoring position for the Sturs.
And that's a huge confidence booster. Souza, he's been grinding up there at the plate all day, and that was an impressive swing in the bat. Going the other way with that power, the left fielder tracking back could not make the play. That's Lewis out there and left. And now the Foresters' best hitter, TJ Pompey, up with 2 ducks on the pond.
Now the Foresters really need to convert. Huge opportunity with no outs and 2 in scoring position. Here's Pompey, first pitch. And TJ takes a fastball strike, 0-1. TJ's having a very nice day. Reached base 3 times, a walk, hit by pitch, and also a hit. 0-1. And Pompey lines this one to the second baseman. Infield playing in, and the throw over to first base to retire TJ Pompey. And there was a check from Braden Jeffries staring down Caden Peterson at third, making sure he would stay put, but Pompey grounds out. Some good reflexes from the second baseman as well, playing on the infield grass, making that grab. We're going to have a pinch hitter, Jesse DiMaggio, now hit for Bill Pintard.
Please welcome to the plate, number for Jesse DiMaggio.
One of the younger guys on this team, Jesse DiMaggio, recently graduating high school, coming up in a big moment. And he was great in the first game for the Foresters this season. A hit would go a long way.
First pitch, DiMaggio takes a ball away, 1-0.
It's so valuable, Hunter, to stay ready off the bench. When your name is called, ready to go, we have Sanders, another pinch hitter, waiting in the wings. Chance for these young guys.
1-0 pitch. DiMaggio sees it away. Fastball missing from Garcia, 2-0. With Peterson, he had the leadoff knock. Nolan Souza followed up with an automatic double to second. 1 away. Sturs need to convert to one-run ball game. The pitch. DiMaggio over up the middle. There's the second baseman. The throw at home. It's going to be close. And safe is the call at home. A run scores. Caden Peterson, face full of dirt, scores the third run of the day for the Sturs.
Putting the ball in play and a ton of speed from Caden Peterson at third base. We talked about it earlier. A huge third run for the Foresters. A chance to add on some more.
DiMaggio, that ball up the middle and electing on the play at home. Smart effort from the infield, but a run scores. It's going to bring up another pinch hitter, Nick Sanders, to hit for Daniel Patterson.
Pinch hitting for the Foresters. Please welcome to the plate number 2, Nick Sanders.
So in stands Sanders to hit for the first time. With a man at second, man at first, 1 out. Lead now 3-1. First pitch, missing away for ball 1 for Nick. Feel the energy starting to come back here at Santa Barbara High School. The lead now 3-1 favor of Santa Barbara. The 1-0 pitch. And Sanders takes a low strike, 1-1.
And Nicholas Sanders has been amazing so far for the Foresters in his time when starting. Hitting the ball harder than anybody.
Here's 1-1 pitch, and this ball down the third base line, out of play for strike number 2 for Sanders. Of course, hitting for Daniel Patterson. See where Sanders goes into the lineup for Bill Pintard. Patterson is at third, but Sanders typically as the catcher. Jesse DiMaggio is at first. Bring in a run, and at third base, at second base, pardon me, Nolan Souza. Only 1 away. Comes a big 1-2 pitch to Sanders. On its way, Sanders takes a ball away. Heater missing, 2-2.
Great take from Nicholas Sanders with 2 strikes. Needing to shorten up and punch one into the outfield.
Drew Markle stands on deck. It's now a 3-1 lead, bottom of the 7th. Sturs have gotten a run, looking for more. The pitch, and Sanders taps it foul just behind home plate. It remains 2-2.
Really good battle from Nicholas Sanders. Coming off of the bench for Patterson. Finding himself in a big spot.
1 away, 2 aboard. It's a 3-1 game. Time being called. Can Sanders put something in play? A 2-run lead is nice considering how this ball game has gone, Aiden. I mean, you feel like it's just been a low-scoring game. You get that second run, it's big. But if you get 1 more, maybe even 2 more, that's a huge, much better situation for the Sturs. 2-2 pitch. Sanders lines it. That's a fair ball down the left field line. 1 will score with ease, possibly 2. Sanders to second base. Runner holds up at third. It's an RBI double for Nick Sanders. 4-1 the lead now for the Sturs.
That is a huge hit for Nicholas Sanders. 2-strike fastball up in the zone, and he rips it down the left field line. 4-1 Foresters. And now more insurance runs for that bullpen in a great spot to close this game out.
It's going to bring up Drew Markle. We've had a couple RBIs in this inning, and those are sponsored by Gold's Gym for sponsoring those runs batted in. Gold's has 3 locations in Santa Barbara and Goleta, where the Foresters train to win. Thank you to Gold's Gym. Now Bill Pintard looks to bring in a pinch runner at second base. Looks like Addison Klepsch will come in for Nick Sanders. So that's going to be the change. Addison Klepsch will likely come in at third base for Patterson, but Nick Sanders, what an effort from him. An RBI double. And that will bring in Addison Klepsch at second.
And Addison Klepsch presents more speed, where a base hit into the outfield is a guarantee. 2 runs scored, and now we have another pinch runner coming in, just getting speed all around.
That's going to be Jack Bollinger now in at third. So Bollinger in to run for DiMaggio, who's at the third base. So Bollinger now in, and it looks like we'll have a pitching change as well for the SLO Blues. We'll step away. Santa Barbara have gotten a couple runs, still a few more on the pond. We'll step away. New arm coming in for the Blues. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forrester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara Airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara Airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
New arm coming in for the SLO Blues. Sammy Fredrich, the right-hander, now takes over. Inherits 2 runners and a single out here in the bottom of the 7th.
A 6'6", 200-pounder, Scottsdale Community College, looking to get out of a tough jam. Runners on second and third with 1 out. And Drew Markle stepping up to the plate.
And the Sturs have already pushed in 2 runs, 2 critical runs. The score now 4-1. Santa Barbara put up 2 runs in the first. It was cut in half in the 5th when SLO put up a single run. But now 4-1 our score. Jack Bollinger is now in at third base running. And Addison Klepsch, who's now pinch running for Nick Sanders, who had a pinch hit RBI double at second. 1 away and 2 aboard. First pitch to Drew. And he sees a strike in the upper half of the zone, 0-1.
Feels like Drew Markle, too, is just knocking on the door, waiting for that big hit that stops this cold streak. This could be that opportunity.
Wind blowing out towards center field for Drew. The 0-1 pitch, and Markle takes it the other way into right field. That is a base hit for Markle. An RBI single. Bollinger comes in to score, and Drew Markle drives in another run. 5-1 our score. Sturs on top.
Great piece of hitting going to the opposite field. You know that you're starting to turn the page when you're hitting the ball hard the other way, and that's exactly what Drew Markle did. But the Foresters not done yet. Still runners on the corners with just 1 out.
That pushes Addison Klepsch to third after the RBI single. Sammy Fredrich gives up that RBI single in the first batter he faces. And here's Johnny Rodriguez, only a single out. First pitch, and Johnny sees a ball low, ball 1. So far this season for the Foresters, when you look at the first couple games that they have played, the most runs that they have scored has been 4. That was against the Ventura Pirates a few days ago, and so far this is the most runs that they've scored in any ball game 1-0 pitch as Rodriguez spits on it, ball 2.
Now Johnny can really take a big swing. Up 5-1 with the power that he possesses.
Runners on the corners. It's a 5-1 ball game, bottom of 7. 1 away. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Rodriguez. Longer hold from Fredrich. This ball down the middle at 86, 2-1.
That was a little 2-0 changeup he just threw over for a strike. It was clear that Rodriguez was looking for a fastball.
To follow Johnny will be Ryan Taman. But Fredrich gets himself back in the count. That big frame out on the hill. Markle at first. Klepsch at third. 2-1 pitch. Rodriguez, runner goes to second. Check back to third base, trying to get Klepsch off third. And they get him. A fake throw from Estabrook. The pump fake to second as Markle takes the second bag. Klepsch caught off third, and he is thrown out for the second out at third base. That's a smart play from the catcher, Estabrook.
And it's also a not smart play from Addison Klepsch. You have to be much smarter knowing you're 90 feet away from scoring the 6th run of this game. And that out kind of swings the momentum just a little bit if the Blues could get out of it.
3-1 pitch. This ball is fair down the first baseline. The catcher comes over, unable to get the ball. Runner comes home from third, and Markle will score. The catcher was trying to apply the tag to Rodriguez, and as a result, from second base, Markle comes all the way around to score. It's now 6-1 in favor of the Foresters.
And the pitcher had everything right except he forgot the ball. Great base running from Drew Markle, rounding third hard. You normally don't see that. And he was able to score a big 6th run of this game. Starting to sense that they're getting closer and closer to victory.
Here's Ryan Taman. After Rodriguez is able to reach and a run comes around to score. First pitch, and Taman sees it down and away, ball 1. It's now a 5-run lead for the Foresters. 6-1 our score in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Ryan. And Taman sees it away as the catcher Estabrook was trying to gun down Rodriguez at first, but didn't have a handle on the ball. It's ball 2, 2-0.
Taman with a great at-bat his last time up in the 6th inning. Single to right field. Now another great count to hit in.
And at first, 2 gone, 2-0 pitch, and Taman sees ball 3 low. Great take from Taman as Fredrich struggling a little bit here, entering this ball game in relief for Josue Garcia. And by the way, Rodriguez reaching on the E1. Comes a 3-0 pitch to Taman, missing inside, ball 4. This is going to bring up the 9th batter of the inning for the Foresters as Rodriguez goes to second with Taman base on balls.
We're going to get Freeman pinch hitting now for Kennedy.
Now batting number 13, Jackson
So
Freeman.
Jackson Freeman, the left-handed batter, stands in for the first time today. The 9th batter with 2 aboard, 2 gone. The number of runs in as well. 6-1 our score in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch. Missing high for ball 1 to Jackson Freeman. And Sammy Fredrich, after giving up the walk, a first pitch ball to the pinch hitter Freeman.
Might be a move for manager Petard to get that left versus right matchup more favorable for the Foresters.
2 gone, the 1-0 pitch, and ball 2 away at 84, and Jackson Freeman ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Top of the order, stance on deck, Caden Peterson. Jackson Freeman is able to reach base. At second is Rodriguez. Taman first. Fredrich struggling to find the zone. 2-0 pitch. Freeman swinging, taps it foul back in the glove for strike 1.
Great pitch to swing at. Just caught a piece. Estabrook couldn't hold on.
2 balls and a strike. 4 runs have come around to score for the Foresters in this inning. They lead 6-1. 2 aboard, 2 gone. 2-1 pitch. Missing away at 86, ball 3. Third base open.
1 pitch to crush, you've seen a lot of these Forster's hitters get into favorable hitting counts.
Here's a 3-1. And Freeman takes it to the right side. Jeffries, the second baseman, had a little bit of a bobble. Can he recover? He can. The throw just in time to retire Jackson Freeman. Good recovery from Braden Jeffries at second base. Had a little bit of a bobble, but gets the out at first. We are headed to the 8th. Foresters now on top 6-1 over the Blues.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We head to the 8th inning from Santa Barbara. New arm on the hill for the Sturs, Jackson Lewis, making his second appearance of the year for the Sturs, and also some defensive changes. Addison Kleps remains in at third base for Daniel Patterson. Caden Peterson moving over to left, and Jackson Freeman, who pinch hit in the last inning, now in at right. And for Lewis, he's going to face Jariah Lewis, Bryson Hoyer, and Brendan Comerford due up in this inning.
We saw Jackson Lewis one time in the season opener against the SLO Blues, so he's familiar with this opponent.
And he works very fast on the hill. Here's the first pitch. And Jariah Lewis takes a ball down low, 1-0.
Just get it and go. You already see him coming set before the batter's even ready.
Shakes off one. Here's the 1-0 offering to Jariah Lewis. And Jariah Lewis takes ball 2 in the dirt from Jax. And now after the 4th spot in the last inning for Santa Barbara, leading 6-1 over the SLO Blues. Back at home as a 2-0 pitch, and Jariah Lewis takes it the other way, but it goes out of play over the third base dugout, 2-1.
Looked like the ump might have caught some dirt in his eye.
Jariah Lewis here this afternoon. Ground out to second, fly out into left, and another ground out to second base. First time standing in since the 5th inning. Pitching is really locked in since that 5th inning. I mean, since the start of the game, Cody Howard was phenomenal. 2-out error cost the Foresters a run, but again, pitching's been great.
And the ability for Cody Howard to kind of hand it over to the other guys is key.
2-1 pitch, and that misses in for ball 3. On deck will be Bryson Hoyer, who replaced Braden Mondu. Mondu was hit. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and Jariah Lewis takes a strike. He tossed the lumber, thought he had first. Full count.
And, you know, umpires are never too fond of the bat toss when you think you deserve a free pass, and almost results in more strikes being called.
Jax Lewis entering this ball game, takes a breath on the hill. Looks to sit down. First man he faces. Payoff pitch. And that is called strike 3. Jariah Lewis goes down looking, and Jax has his first K.
Beautiful 3-2 changeup from Jax Lewis. Got him looking. Seemed like Lewis was still in his head after that 3-1 called strike.
This is going to bring up a pinch hitter. Will be Bryson Hoyer. But the first pitch, missing away, ball 1. And it's going to be Zach Tollerman pinch hitting. Base clear, 1 out. Here's a 1-0 pitch. This ball flared up right side. The pitcher may be a chance, and Jax Lewis makes the catch on the run to sit down Tollerman.
Looks like Jax Lewis had some fun with that play. Pitchers are athletes too.
Now batting first baseman Brendan Comerford.
So Tollerman sat down. That's going to bring up Brendan Comerford. 2 quick outs for Jax, entering this ball game after Ty Baker was the last man in relief who entered in the middle of the 6th inning and went the 7th as well. For Ty Baker, he faced 6 and sat down nearly all of them in order as the first pitch, missing to Comerford, ball 1. For Baker, he did concede 1 hit. Very clean innings. Here's the 1-0, and it missing away. 2-0 the count for Brendan Comerford. Bases clear, 2 gone, top half of the 8th.
And I talked about earlier how the walks are not good when you're ahead in a ball game, but especially when you're up 6-1. A solo shot in a lot of cases is even better than a walk.
Here's the 2-0, sharply hit in the third base dugout, where his teammates are housed. Be strike number 1 for Comerford. For Brendan today, he's got a hit, a strikeout, and a flyout into center. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Comerford has to lean back. That'll be ball 3 inside on the delivery from Jax.
3-1. Taman will put down his index figure, wanting just the fastball.
The pitch, and that misses. That will be ball 4, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Owen Estabrook. And Brendan Comerford reaches for the 2nd time today. A 2-out walk.
Catcher number 15, Owen Estabrook.
And manager Pintard's going to go out there and have a word. Doesn't look like anyone in the Foresters bullpen is ready to go just yet, so this will be simply a strategical matter and making sure that Lewis is in the right spot mentally.
And for Estabrook, the batter, he will be facing a ground out to short. He had a hit in the 5th and also another ground out to short in the 6th. But defensively today for Santa Barbara, we've seen a couple pickoff moves from the catcher, from the pitchers over to first and second baseman. Good plays defensively all the way around. Was that one miscue in the 5th, error in the infield, which allowed a run to come around to score. But man at first with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch to Estabrook. And Estabrook pops up out of play, right side, strike 1.
Great fastball to start the count. Knowing that he needs a strike, comes right in.
And Estabrook takes a moment. You likely know for the batters as well, knowing Jax Lewis, how fast he likes to work. Take a little moment if you can. Get Lewis out of his rhythm on the hill when he likes to work very fast. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes, gets past Taman. So stolen bag for Comerford to second.
Seems that Ryan Taman was thinking about throwing that ball down to second before catching it itself, and it found its way to the backstop. No harm, no foul, though. Still 2 outs. Just needed 1 more.
Ball and a strike. With Lewis coming set. 1-1 pitch to Estabrook. Estabrook lines this one, and that one's off 1 hop. The shortstop, Pompey, and he cannot recover. That was sharply hit and trying to shovel it up a few feet in front of the shortstop. So that's going to be an infield single for Owen Estabrook. And that's going to put runners on the corners. And that's going to bring up the DH Gio Blanchette. All of a sudden, a little push here from the Blues with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. The Foresters are going to have to be careful.
Blanchette today 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts.
With 2 gone. Big opportunity here for the DH. It's a 6-1 ball game. Lewis coming set. First pitch. That misses low. Ball 1. Good work from Taman behind the dish.
And speaking of Taman, that's a great job with the runner on third, knowing that everything needs to stay in front of him with a great pick with the backhand.
1-0 pitch. Blanchette takes a strike. Fastball. 1-1.
You can hear the dugout and the bullpen let out a little bit more energy once that pitch found the strike zone.
Comerford at third. Estabrook at first. 2 gone. 1-1. Blanchette sees it away. 2 balls and a strike. Jax Lewis working hard out on the bump. Takes a moment to collect himself. Blanchette stands back in. Lewis shakes off a couple from his man. Taman behind the dish. The right-hander play back to first base. Already seen a good pickoff moves being used by the pitching staff today for the Sturs. Maine's 2-1. Shadows getting longer here from Santa Barbara. 2-1 pitch. Blanchette swing and a miss. 2-2.
Great fastball, 2-1 up and inside. And now one more strike. Everyone in the building can sense how big this next pitch is.
It's a 6-1 lead. Top of the 8th. 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Jax Lewis strikes him out. And Lewis picks up his second K. Fantastic work from Jax on the hill. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Top of the order coming up for the Sturs.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
We head to the bottom of the 8th from Santa Barbara. Peterson, Souza, Pompey due up for the Sturs. Sammy Fredrich remains on the hill for the Blues. It's a 6-1 game, first pitch, and it finds a strike zone at 85 miles an hour. 0-1 for Caden Peterson. Peterson today standing in for the 5th time. Sees the 0-1 pitch, and the fastball missing high, ball 1. Caden today, he's got 2 hits, 2 runs scored. He's got a line out in the left field, and he's also been hit. Very productive day, the 1-1. Peterson takes it low, 2-1.
He's been a revelation at the top of that order.
That's a good word.
And it seems like Bill Pintard's going to keep him up there all season long if he keeps producing.
Here's a 2-1, nearly clips him on the left side. It's ball 3.
Almost got a piece of his jersey, but I'm sure Caden wants to hit.
Already got 2 knocks. Ahead 3-1. The pitch. Peterson takes a strike. Full count.
Almost started walking down there to first, but sees a strike.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. And Peterson fouls it back directly behind the dish. We'll do it again.
Now 3-2. Peterson looking to get on base with that speed.
Nolan Souza stands on deck, the 3-2, and Peterson sees ball 4 low. Fantastic work and plate appearance from Caden. He reaches base for the 4th time today to start off this 8th inning. Sturs leading 6-1.
Sponsored by the Mesa Cafe. Please welcome
reaching base 4 times is magnificent. And now Nolan Souza, we saw that very impressive swing of the bat on the double last time up. Looking to replicate that.
He's got a strikeout, ground out to second, grounding into a fielder's choice, an automatic double over the left field wall, and a run scored in the 7th inning. That 7th inning, Sturs put up 4. First pitch popped up, out of play, strike 1, out of play left side. With Peterson now aboard in the 6-1 game, these two teams will be playing again very shortly. Say a little bit of a longer break compared to playing earlier this week and then on last Saturday. But they'll still meet plenty of times moving forward. The runner goes to second. It's a strike on Souza and sliding into second base. They got him at second. It was the jump from Peterson caught stealing at second.
And that's a risk that manager Pintard's willing to take up 6-1. Just looking for more offense.
You wouldn't have anyone you'd rather have running at that situation than Peterson after what he has done in terms of that department. Here's the pitch, and Souza sees it away. That misses for a ball. 1-2 now for Nolan.
As the season continues, you start to see this lineup take shape and get an idea of what the future holds.
Souza pulls it foul down to the bullpen where his pitchers are housed. Ball on a strike, 2 strikes for the second baseman. After Caden Peterson had the leadoff walk, caught stealing at second. We've seen a lot of action from catchers throwing out guys on base. It's been pretty entertaining defensively to see what all these catchers and infielders can do.
A lot more running than the first couple games that we've seen. More aggressive on the bases.
1-2 pitch, and Souza sees a fastball 89 away, 2-2. And the Sturs entering today lost their last 2 games, but a comfortable lead now 6-1, bottom of the 8th. 2-2 pitch, and Souza swing and a foul tip down on strikes. Nolan Souza strikes out. That's the first strikeout for slow pitching since the first inning. That's going to bring up TJ Pompey, 2 gone. Base is clear, 2 gone. Here's TJ Pompey. First pitch, and TJ sees it in. For TJ today, another fantastic day getting on base. He's got a run scored, a single. He's been hit, also worked a walk. Last time up, he grounded out to second. The 1-0 pitch. Pompey, big cut. Strike 1.
Yeah, big cut to say the least. Pompey was trying to hit the school with that one.
The 1-1 offering, and TJ sees it down low. Ball 2. And we look to the 9th for the Slow Blues. They're going to have 9-1 and 2 due up. Ardois, Royal, and Jeffries. 2 gone, bases clear. Bottom of this 8th inning. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and that is a strike low at 86 to even up the count, 2-2. In the 6-1 ball game, Sturs on top. Looking to get back ahead of 500. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that misses inside, ball 3. On deck will be Jack Bollinger, who entered the ball game in a run for Jesse DiMaggio, who pinch hit for Jack Holman last inning. Payoff pitch, and Pompey sees ball 4. It's the second walk given up by Fredrich this inning. Pompey aboard with 2 gone.
And Pompey now has also been on base 4 times today. Him and Peterson just up in that OVP.
Fantastic work from Peterson and Pompey. Since Pompey has entered just a few days ago for Bill Pintard. Been phenomenal as one of the middle infielders. And here's Jack Bollinger to hit for the first time today. And at first, 2 gone. First pitch, Bollinger checks his swing. Did he go around? He did not. Ball 1.
First at bat for Bollinger, who came in as the pinch runner.
Some very good stuff, by the way, Aiden, too, from pinch hitters coming in off the bench, especially last inning. The 1-0 pitch, Bollinger takes a ball high.
You saw with Nick Sanders, that huge RBI double. DiMaggio with a nice at-bat. Everybody in that Foresters dugout staying ready as we hit on.
Fredrich coming set. 2 gone, 2-0 pitch, and Bollinger lines this one into right field. That is a base hit for Jack. And a 2-out knock for Bollinger. We'll put 2 aboard with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th, and Sturs still on top 6-1.
Sounded as if he almost broke his bat as well.
Now betting sponsored by
This is going to bring up Addison Klepsch. This is also going to be his first place appearance. He came in to run for Nick Sanders after Nick had an RBI double in the last. Maybe a few extra runs here for the Sturs. A little icing on the cake here late. First pitch, and Klepsch turns away from it, nearly hit. Ball 1.
Yeah, Klepsch, another one of these young guys committed to Auburn, finishing his senior season, and now with the Foresters.
Here's the pitch, and that misses low. Great keep from Owen Estabrook. He's been heads up all day long from behind the plate. 2 balls and no strikes for Klepsch. Bottom of this 8th inning, Sturs up 6-1. TJ Pompey at second base, Bollinger at first. 2-0. Klepsch, I drive into left field for Addison Klepsch. Trying to get there is Lewis, but that ball is gone. Addison Klepsch, a 3-run homer, and the Sturs now lead 9-1 here in the 8th.
Addison Klepsch got every stitch of that one. We haven't seen a round tripper yet. That's home run number 1 for the Sturs. 9-1 ball game. Big time swing from Klepsch.
Addison Klepsch bringing in 3 runs, and those RBIs sponsored by Gold's Gym, with 3 locations just like those 3 RBIs in Santa Barbara and Goleta, where the Foresters train to win. Well, the base is now clear. This is going to bring up Drew Markle, and Klepsch, his first hit of the day, and Markle takes a strike. And again, Aiden, the pinch hitters, the guys coming up to bat for the first time, they've all found some production, and of course Klepsch, the biggest one of them all.
Yeah, and that's just so valuable as the season continues.
Check swing on the 0-1. He went around for strike 2. And entering this ballgame, the Sturs were still looking for that big offensive game, and they have found it here this afternoon. 9-1 our score. Markle sees the 0-2 pitch down low, ball 1.
Great take from Drew Markle. He had that RBI single last time through. At-bats continue to get better.
1-2. And Markle takes it in the left center field. Drew gives it a ride, and that is just barely off the wall. Nearly a home run. Markle trying to get to third base. It's going to be close. The play at third. He's out. That ball was inches from being a homer for Drew Markle, and he is thrown out at third base. That ball, nearly another home run, but Markle, trying to get all the way to third, is thrown out there. What an 8th inning for Santa Barbara. They tack on a couple more runs. We go to the 9th. Sturs on top 9-1.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We head to the 9th inning with the Sturs with a comfortable 9-1 lead over the Blues. It's the 9-1 and 2 batters are Dual, Royal, and Jeffries due up with a new pitcher coming in for the Sturs, Diego Ramos, to try to close out and finish up this game for the Sturs. Here's the first pitch to Ardois, and he takes a strike. Good delivery from Ramos, 0-1.
Ramos features a really good sinker. Two-seam action, running in on the batter.
At the 0-1, missing high at 88 to even up the count 1-1. Ardois today, a strikeout, a run scored, a single, and a ground out to second base. With Ramos, the 5th pitcher to be used today, so he's a 1-1 missing away. And Aiden, when looking at this ball game, you have to know for the Foresters, even going in this weekend, these 3 games, trying to find that offense, and they've found it here this afternoon in a big way.
And we talked about it in the pregame, waiting for that offensive outburst, one game where they really can remember and continue to build off of, and that has been exactly what today's been. 9-1 so far.
Ardois at a 2-2 count, 9-hole hitter. Top of the order stands on deck. 2-2 pitch, and that one misses errantly high for ball 3. With the SLO Blues down their final 3 outs in this inning, trailing by 8 runs. And the Sturs now with this lead. They were going to host Arroyo Seco tomorrow, another first pitch at 4:30 before being on the road to close out his weekend 3 games down at the Academy Barons. Here's the payoff pitch, and that will miss low. Check that, that was a 2-2 pitch. Count now full for Sam Ardois. Okay, now it was ball 4. So Ardois to first base, reaching for the 2nd time today, and the leadoff man aboard for the Blues.
Walk from Ramos, looking to hone back in on that command.
For Ramos, he enters to follow Jackson Lewis, who had a very nice 8th inning for Santa Barbara. Here's the first pitch, and Ethan Royal at the top of the order takes a strike. And Royal been very good at the top of the order for the Blues. He's got a hit, it's been hit, and also a walk. 5th time standing in today. He's got Ardois at first. Here's the pitch, and that bender breaks its way in there from Ramos, and he's ahead 0-2.
That was a brilliant slider, Hunter. Looked like it was going to hit him for the majority of the pitch, and then last-second break over the middle of the strike zone.
The right-handed pitcher sends in the 0-2 pitch, and that misses just away. Ball 1. And in this third matchup between the Foresters and the Blues, looks like Santa Barbara just a couple outs away from closing it out. 1-2 pitch. This ball is chopped left side. In comes Klepsch. Goes to second base. There is one. No chance at first base. So they're able to get a force out at second base. Sam Ardois is thrown out at second on an attempted 5-4-3, but they get the 5-4. And Royal reaches on fielder's choice.
And an interesting decision from Klepsch to go to second base there. Very close. Getting the lead runner almost resulted in a free path, but 1 out.
Here's Braden Jeffries. And the first pitch to Jeffries finds a strike zone at 91 from Ramos, cranking it up, 0-1. The Blues down their final 2 outs. It's a 9-1 ball game after Santa Barbara put up 4 runs in the 7th and 3 more in the 8th. 0-1. This is away for ball 1 to Braden Jeffries. It was a tight game all the way up until that 7th inning. Santa Barbara put up 2 runs in the first. SLO got 1 back in the 5th. But the explosion in the 7th and 8th innings going to be the deciding factor here this afternoon. 1-1. And that hits the backside of Jeffries. He's going to get to first base. He will reach for the third time today.
Yeah, that was that same sinker, two-seam action, overthrew it just a bit and caught Jeffries on the calf. Looks like he'll be okay.
Here's Jordan Lewis with nearly all the shadows being casted from the trees in the dugout to our left of our playing surface. Here's first pitch, and a swing and a miss at 89, the delivery from Ramos, 0-1.
Really big first pitch strike there to just settle in after allowing 2 straight base runners.
Here's the 0-1. This ball popped up and fell back into the screen just to the right of home plate for strike number 2. Talking about the Blues and the rivalry between these two teams going back seasons, they're going to have a little bit of break between playing each other. The next matchup's going to be on the 30th of this month, so quite some time before these two teams will play again. Only the third of 8 matchups. They're going to see a lot of each other late. The 0-2 pitch. This ball popped up right side, and infield fly being called with 2 aboard and 1 out. So Jordan Lewis sat down, 2 gone in the 9th.
2 outs now, and it feels like a sigh of relief from everybody in attendance. The first game this season that truly has felt like Foresters baseball coming together, and now 1 out away.
It's going to bring in Jariah Lewis. Here's the first pitch, and it's in there for a strike at 90 miles an hour from Diego Ramos. 0-1. Ethan Royal still at second base. Braden Jeffries, who was hit, still at first. But 1 out away from a victory here this afternoon for the Sturs. It's a 9-1 game. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss, and quickly Ramos ahead. 0-2.
1 strike away from Diego Ramos, capping off this great night in Santa Barbara.
Ramos coming set. Down the final strike for the Blues. Here's the pitch. The 0-2 misses high at 91 from Diego. Ball and 2 strikes. Lewis is able to reach. Dollarman will be on deck. But Ramos, the 1-2 pitch, missing away. Ball 2. With 2 gone here in the 9th. Looking back, the last 2 innings for Santa Barbara, those were the big ones, looking for insurance runs. They came up big in the 7th and the 8th. Addison Klep's first home run of the year. Here's the 2-2, and Lewis, right side. This is picked up by the second baseman, but held up by the second baseman. No play at first base, so good stop from Nolan Souza to prevent any runs from scoring. But that is an infield single from Jariah Lewis to load up the bases here. Top half of the 9th in this 9-1 ball game with 2 outs.
And up 9-1. Still not a big batter coming up, but you don't want this inning to continue.
Here's Zach Tollerman standing in for the second time. First pitch, missing away at 89, ball 1. Tollerman at a 1-0 count, still bases loaded, 2 gone, down their final out. Here's the pitch, missing away at 88 from Ramos. That is ball 2. Just want to take care of business right here for the Sturs. Move on to tomorrow's ball game against Arroyo Seco at 4:30. First pitch. First time they're playing Arroyo Seco tomorrow. Nice Saturday day game. Ramos looks into his catcher, Taman, trying to shut things down right here. It's 2-0, bases juiced. Here's the pitch. And Tollerman takes a strike at 88. 2-1.
Much needed strike there, and Ramos fills up the strike zone looking to replicate it.
Here is the 2-1 pitch, and this ball missing inside. Nearly clipped the left knee of Tollerman. That is ball 3, and again, the bases loaded here. 9-1 our score. So plenty of wiggle room still for the Sturs, but with 2 outs. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch, and Tollerman sees ball 4, and that walks in a run. Royal scores from third base. Zach Tollerman will reach for the first time today, and now the pitching coach, Ryan Kramer, appears out of the first base dugout. Still Aiden, only 1 out away today for the Sturs. It's now 9-2 ball game, Santa Barbara on top. But this win likely to galvanize this team, especially offensively. We've talked about, offensively hasn't quite been there. They've been trying to manufacture a few runs, but especially the last 2 innings. Those were the big innings that set the stage for this inning where you have so many runs to play with.
Yeah, it's just felt a lot better, and as we were in the middle stages of this game, it felt like it was going to be something similar, a 2-1 victory or 2-1 coming down to the 9th inning, but they're really able to kind of put it away, and now just looking for 1 more out, not to mess around too much and waste more pitches from a bullpen perspective.
Yeah, this is the 5th pitcher to be used today by Santa Barbara. Cody Howard went 4 2/3. This brings up Comerford, and this ball is fouled down the third baseline. That's strike number 1. Braden Jeffries is at third. Jariah Lewis second. Zach Tollerman, who walked in a run, now at first. Ramos coming set. The 0-1 delivery, and Comerford again taps it foul down that third baseline, and the SLO Blues down to their final strike here in Santa Barbara.
Ramos just looking for one more put-away pitch to put a stamp on a Foresters win.
Long look into Taman. Base is still low, but 2 gone. It's a 9-2 game. Here's the pitch, and Comerford takes strike 3. Diego Ramos strikes out the final batter, and it is a victory this afternoon for the Foresters. 9-2 our score. Aiden, final thoughts on the game here this afternoon.
Big win for the Foresters to say the least, but the question will be, how can you replicate this offensive output and do it again tomorrow? Any team can put up 9 runs in one game. Foresters baseball is tenacious. It's coming at you every single day with great offense, but an amazing start for the Foresters, to say the least, to start this season. Finally, the offense woke up.
And don't go anywhere. We will hear from our starting pitcher today, Cody Howard, when we return in our post-game show. Once again, final score here, 9-2. Foresters take it. Don't go anywhere. We will hear from our starting pitcher, Cody Howard, when we return to Santa Barbara.
This time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Welcome back to Santa Barbara, and we are now joined by our starting pitcher today, Cody Howard. Well, Cody, thanks for joining us and taking some time out of your day. What are your thoughts on your outing here this afternoon?
I thought it went well. I think there's definitely some things to improve on, but me and Coach Kramer and Ryan put a good game plan together. It worked out well.
And you just recently showed up to Santa Barbara. How's that been? I know you just got here a few days ago and you're out here pitching. How has that been?
Yeah, it's nice. The California weather's great. It's 100 degrees in Texas right now, so I'm excited to be out here in 75 and sunny.
And how have you talked to some of the guys so far this season about other guys in the bullpen? How have you gelled so far with them? I know
we've gelled really well. We've had quite a few games of Mafia going, so it's been really easy to get to know the guys, and they're a bunch of good dudes and throw the ball well. Ended up in a win today.
And a big win for you guys. And where do you think? I know you just showed up, but for this team, a 9-2 victory. Where do you think you guys can go from here?
I think it's great. I think our hitters have struggled early, pitchers done great, so I think it was a fully complete game today, and I think we're on the right track.
Awesome. And Cody, anything you're looking forward to doing here in Santa Barbara with your time as a Forester?
We've got some buddies on Monday on the off day going to LA, so that'll be pretty fun.
Okay, sounds good, man. Well, appreciate your time. Great performance today. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you to Cody Howard for that post-game interview. Appreciate his time. Once again, the final score here from Santa Barbara. The Foresters take it 9-2. So for all the crew behind the scenes and for Aiden O'Neill, I am Hunter Shoemaker saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow for another day game here in Santa Barbara.